This is a Miami Sports Music Podcast Network production.
What you've just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard. At no point in your rambling, incoherent response were you even close to anything that could be considered a rational thought. Everyone in this room is now dumber for having listened to it. I award you no points, and may God have mercy on your soul.
Shut up! You're killing me, Smalls.
Do you want to go to war, Malaki?
No.
Because we could go to war.
No.
I'm for real. I'm for real. So you better check yourself.
Go ahead. Make my day.
This is the #1 Miami fan morning show, Clock Blockers. What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? It is your boy, Stephen D, and we are live on this beautiful Victory Monday. What is up, ladies and gentlemen? I am your host, none other than Stephen Daniels, right here on the #1 Miami fan morning show, Clock Blockers, right here on the Miami Sports Music Podcast Network. You can follow me on all social media platforms at Stephen D SKPL. Spread kindness, positivity, and love. You can also follow Miami Sports Music on all social media platforms at MIA Sports Music on Twitter and at Miami Sports Music everywhere else. Want to make sure on your way in today, you guys do a couple things like hit the like button, give us a big thumbs up. Those things help. Help us out. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. Make sure you guys do those things. Also want to remind you guys as well to sign up, become a member today of the family. In my Vin Diesel voice. Make sure you guys sign up today. Become part of the family. We'd love to see you become part of the group of what we got going on this year on the channel. We're gonna have a lot of perks, a lot of access for you guys to get exclusive content right here on the Miami Sports Music Podcast Network for members only. So stay tuned for that. I'm excited for that. Also, want to remind you guys too, you can help the channel grow by donating. There's a couple different ways you can do it. You can use the YouTube live super chat, which is the $ down at the bottom of the chat. You can also use Cash App or PayPal. All right. A lot of different things you guys can do there. Okay. You can use Cash App, which is $ MSM Podcast Network, or you can also use PayPal, which is also MSM Podcast Network. Want to remind you guys of that. So make sure y'all know that you guys can do that. All right. Want to give a big shout out to our sponsors of the show, ZSM Sports. ZSM Sports is the #1 place to get your cards, jerseys, balls, and hard to find items and specializing in sports memorabilia. Shout out to Zachary at ZSM Sports. Make sure you follow him on all the social media links that you see there, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. And if you need some stuff, especially for birthdays or anything like that, you guys can go ahead and call up Zachary at ZSM Sports, and he'll send it out to you. He's got some really great items. So shout out to ZSM Sports. Hey, if you like to eat, you like good subs, good food, good mood, Hangry Owls in Pembroke Pines is the place to do it. 16606 Sheridan Street in Pembroke Pines, Florida. Go to Hangry Owls. They have the best subs and salads. We're going to be doing a live show from there this year. I'm not sure exactly what day yet, but we're super excited. Aldo's got the best place. If you want to use the code word SKPL, you get $3 off of your subs. And on Fridays, you get $6 off of your subs. So give a call to 305-279-5332 and follow Hangry Owls on Facebook and Instagram at HANGRYALS. And then last but not least, the title sponsor of the show. We love Tailgater. Tailgater is absolutely amazing. You want to go to the best tailgates around, go to Tailgater. Tailgater is awesome. You can download the app today on your current Apple or Android device, and the show is presented by Tailgater. Make sure you follow them at Tailgater at TAILGREETER. All right, we got a great show lined up for you today. We got the Dolphins beat the Bucs recap. It's Victory Monday, obviously. And, we got to talk about some of the news, the bad news, the good news of the stuff that happened on Saturday on my birthday. It was a lot of fun. This is one of the new presents I got. Shout out to my wife. a Zach Thomas orange jersey. Fire, right? All right, I'm excited. We got a big show lined up for you today. I want to say hello to everybody in the chat, but before I do, let me bring in the producer for this show. Wonderful gentleman. We love him. He's absolutely amazing. Roach, what's up, Roach?
How you guys doing?
Pretty good.
Well, I got to watch football.
You got to watch football. I know,
Yeah.
life is good, right?
And the cold is still lingering.
How you
But
feeling?
I got a cough left. But yesterday morning my wife's stepmom passed away.
Oh man, I'm sorry,
So,
dude.
If everybody could say a prayer for Karen, I'd appreciate it.
No doubt, man. I'm sorry about your loss, man. I know you've been going through a lot the last couple of weeks. COVID, your mother-in-law, it's been crazy. It's crazy, man.
Yeah.
But you're here this morning.
Yes, I am.
You're ready to go. You're ready to take your
Yep.
mind off everything.
Never
and
quit.
Never quit. Never quit. All right, man. We got great show lined up for you today. Let me ask you, what did you do this weekend real quick before I bring in the co-host for today?
Well, since I was still feeling sick, I stayed home. I didn't go to the hospital or anything. And then I watched some football Saturday. And then yesterday I was trying to find some Dolphin content. Found a little Doug, and that was about it. And then I just found a movie to watch.
What'd you watch?
Well, I had to watch Casablanca for my film school. I have to watch 60 of the best 60 movies the school
Movies of all
determines.
time.
Yeah.
Casablanca would be up there. Yeah.
What's crazy is the what's it called? Jumanji with The Rock is on that list.
Really? It's
Because
very.
I think it's going on
You
like
need
a
to talk
10-year.
to your school. We need
Yeah,
to
it's
talk
like-
to your school because that would not be on the top 60 movies of all time.
I bet you it's
I
because
love
they.
it. I watched
bet
it.
you
It's a good
they
movie.
probably had a student that contributed to the movie. It's more than likely what happened.
Well, they're wrong.
Like, so
Okay. All right. Let me bring in one of the co-hosts for this morning. He had a great tweet earlier this weekend. As a matter of fact, let me pull up this tweet before I bring him on because I'm watching this and I thought he looked like there was this old commercial back in the day of the Chicago Bears. Who was the head coach for the Bears back in the day? What was his name?
which one?
The
Ditka?
Dicka. Okay. So he looks like a young Dicka here, and I'm trying to find here.
He looks like a what?
Looks like a young Dicka. I saw what you said there. I saw what you saw.
Oh.
All right, here. Let me share the screen. This is what it was. This is what put out.
Mike McDaniel, if you need some right tackle depth, you look no further than right here, pal. I got you. Check out the pass block.
Let me tell you, if it comes down that
right here's the stunt.
we have to rely on Nicky Smokes for offensive line help.
Do you know what I'm really impressed with this?
One, I got your blind side. Uno.
One is the stash, right? I'm impressed with the
I mean,
mustache.
great stash, right?
And then how all the shades of green. I have this trouble with just a couple Dolphin things. The shades of green never match.
Well,
but
this
hit-
one did.
All of his do.
I know.
So I don't know what I'm buying.
I know. You
But-
look so good here.
But you ever
I
buy
want
like
this to be
you
a
ever buy
meme so
Dolphin
bad.
gear and like your hat doesn't match the jersey and you're like, what
Yeah.
the heck?
Even his shorts match. I'm impressed.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
What a guy. What a guy. Without further ado, everybody, you got the round of applause, Roach. We'll bring it in. Mr. Nicky Smokes. What's up, Nicky?
That video is great, isn't it?
Dude, it made my weekend. And
How
I
do
had
you
a
get-
birthday this weekend.
Where do you buy your Dolphin gear where everything matches the greens? Because my greens don't match.
That is impressive. Like I just heard you say that, and that's funny because that's like the only outfit I have where everything matches, and it just worked out perfect. So I bought that hoodie, like the sleeveless hoodie from Fanatics, and I got that hat from a completely different website, and it just matched. And like the second I put it on, I was like, bro, this is the first time where my Dolphins hat matches my shirt and my shirt matches my shorts. Like what you said
Yeah.
is the most spot on thing for all Dolphin fans. Like
It just
you
took
can
a little
never
grass.
match up.
We
You
got
can never match
15
up the
shades
aquas.
of
It's
green.
crazy.
I
Hey.
know.
If I wasn't smoking my medicine this morning, I would not have seen it. That's all I,
If he wasn't smoking that other green, he never would have saw it.
Yeah.
Exactly.
We also have another co-host this morning. He's not quite in yet. He's running a little behind this morning, but so was I. So who cares? I don't care. Nikki, let's just go ahead and let's just get your First of all, what did you do this weekend? What was your weekend looking like?
What did I do Friday? Friday, I didn't really do anything. Saturday, got ready for the Dolphins game. That's all I really did. I was just excited. Watched the Phins win. I bet the Dolphins. It felt good to bet on the Dolphins again.
What was the point spread and what was the over under?
Well, here's the thing. So I bet them to be winning at halftime. So the Bucs are up 14-6 with 1 minute and 40 seconds left.
You were like, there goes that money.
Yeah, dude. I'm like, bro, I'm cooked. Why am I betting on preseason? This team's already letting me down. What the hell's going on? Blah, 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 blah.
Hey, Sammy Guavon. Sammy Guavon.
I need an apology, by the way.
By the way, I wore my Sammy Guavon jersey on Saturday night. Just so
it's good
everybody
luck.
knows.
Steven, I want my apology.
For what?
4 weeks ago, I was talking about Skylar, and I was the Skylar. I was the only guy on the Skylar train.
If you want an apology, I gotta apologize to everybody.
And you told me, why do you even know his name? I think is what you said to me.
Skylar looked good for a 7th round pick. Skylar was good, bro.
I'm not gonna lie, he did.
I'm just saying.
Why would you not want him to be good, though? I don't understand.
Why would you want to pay Teddy? Why would you want to pay Teddy $10 million if
Roach,
this dude?
Why are you calling me out this early in the morning on Monday? I don't appreciate it, Roach.
I've been off. I've been off for over a week.
I'd rather pay Skylar Thompson
There's a lot. I feel
$100,000 a year than Teddy Bridgewater.
Yes.
Well, look, I'm trying to tell you.
But happy Monday. But you were wrong.
I was not wrong. Oh, snap. Look at this.
You know what you were right about, though?
You know who was on the elevator this morning? Look who's on the elevator this morning. I should have wore his jersey, although this was new. I had to wear it. What do y'all think of the Fire jersey, by the way? Sammy Guavon's on the elevator this morning. Hello.
Attaboy, Sam. But I was ready to kill Sam, bro. When he had that missed tackle on like 3rd and 15 or whatever it was, and they ended up getting the first down on that check down. Remember what I'm talking about?
Yes, I do.
I wanted to kill him.
He did miss it.
So Nikki, when you were watching, did you happen to notice a certain player would like get up to a guy with a ball, notice he's going to get tackled, and just be like, I don't need to finish this play. And then the guy gets like 4 yards extra. And then every other
happened like 7 times during that game.
With the one guy?
It was egregious. No, I don't know if it was one guy.
It was preseason. That's
I'm talking about Noah.
Well, dude, Noah's got to go, man.
Like, go back and watch the game. Next time you watch the game, like I'm sure you're gonna watch the short of it. Just stare at Noah. He has 2 white sleeves on, so he's easy to spot out there. And I'm just looking at anybody with 2 white sleeves. I was like, who is that? Is that Noah? I'm like, yep. And I'd watch him.
Well, I have to admit, I was a little mad at Coach McDaniel in his press conference trying to say that, Noah's busted coverage on the touchdown was my fault, not Noah's.
Well, yeah, he wants to trade him.
You weren't on the field.
He wants to trade him.
He's being a good coach. He's being a good coach.
He's taking the accountability for it, son. Don't let Noah eat that.
They're gonna get in the film room and they're gonna figure it out. He's not gonna go out there publicly and say, "Yeah, Noah blew his coverage." The kid's confidence is already in the gutter. Like Noah knows that no one believes in him.
Rashad, what did Noah do so bad?
But I definitely think that was on Noah because I was kind of watching. It looked like they were playing man, and just Noah and Brandon Jones were just.
He was really far off of him.
Well, yeah, I don't know. It was definitely
my question is if your guy's running in the end zone, why are you covering from the back of the end zone?
Why was Noah on the bench in the 3rd and 4th quarter?
Well, because he's what, 2nd team on the depth chart.
Probably because they probably saw Trill Will go down. And what quarter did Trill go down?
Williams didn't go down till like 2 minutes left in the 4th quarter in the game.
Yeah.
And by the way, when it happened, I was cussing up a storm in my house. Where's my
what do you want to do, Steven?
You stupid mother.
He's a third team.
He's our 4th, 5th
bro.
He
was looking good.
But he's on 3rd team, bro. It doesn't matter.
Who's going to play corner in the 4th quarter?
Not Trill Williams. Not Trill Williams.
Then who?
Never should have been in the game.
But you are
in the game. That's an absurd take.
If you take Byron Jones out and X out automatically, was Nick Needham in? No, right?
Don't care.
So that's 3 people out of rotation. And now he's on the 3rd team. That's the time when he plays. That's his time. And the thing is, it's not like he got blown up by some guy trying to make a play. He actually was the dude making the play, and he just tore his stuff. I stopped it.
You did. You almost got it. Kevin Lee with his $5 donation says, "Happy Victory Monday, guys. Great game Saturday. Next test, Vegas this Saturday. Who's 2-0 in preseason? First loss is coming their first loss is coming Saturday. Let's go, Phins." I ain't mad at you, Kevin Lee.
It was a great win, though. That was one hell of a preseason game.
Here's the thing. Look, everybody's like, who cares? You can be like Baltimore and have 31 straight wins. A win is a win, and I enjoy them, no matter how they come. You know what else is a win this morning? Having Nando talk up here this morning.
What is up?
What is up, man?
And McDaniel's Jedi powers.
And McDaniel's Jedi powers with.
I saw that tweet. Did you all see that tweet?
That was hilarious.
Where the guys running out about was that you, Smokes?
Oh yeah,
who tweeted that?
I did see.
No, someone else tweeted it though. That was hilarious.
that he got up in a stance like he was ready to tackle
and he
him or
stopped
something.
the guy.
The guy just turned around, did a 180,
and then he stopped the field goal.
What's up, Nando?
What is
Thank
up,
you for
guys?
joining us, man. We didn't know if you were gonna get to us this morning.
Yeah, man. I just got a new desk, so I'm on as long as I have the TV on this smaller desk, I have like maybe 25% of the room.
Do you have like somebody behind you with an antenna holding it? Like, no, too far this way, no, too far that way.
Dude, my laptop just kept slipping around. But we're good to go. It's just been a little bit of a stressful morning. Wanted to punch some walls, but now we're talking some Dolphins, so it's a lot more.
Let me tell you, that sounds like a Nikki Smokes kind of morning if you wanted to go ahead and do that. Just so everybody knows, Nando and Nikki are going to be joining us. I know today's Monday. Every Tuesday on the show, starting on football season, they are going to be co-hosting with me on Tuesday mornings. But while we still have Daniel Yafusi on Tuesdays during training camp and preseason, these guys are going to hit us up on Mondays, but they will start on Tuesdays during the regular season. So I'm excited to have you guys on Tuesday mornings. Nando, tell me what you thought of what did you do this weekend? First of all, what was your weekend like?
Pretty chill weekend, football on a Saturday, a little bit different. Not the old Sunday vibes, but it was still a win, so that's all that mattered to me, man. Besides the Dolphins game, though, quiet weekend, man. Didn't do much.
It sounds like everybody just chilled this weekend, which was really good. Was it your birthday this weekend, too, guys, that y'all just chilled?
We let all the celebrating to you, man. We let you have all the fun.
Dude, I had a great time. Saturday, I slept in, which was great.
Ooh. Wow.
And then I went to a pool party at my apartment complex from like noon to 2. Then went to dinnertainment. I went to Japanese steakhouse, which was awesome. And then after that, I went and watched the Dolphins win. And then Sunday, I did absolutely nothing on the couch all day and watched NASCAR. That was about it.
So what's the barbecue game like at a pool party in Baltimore area?
No, hot dogs and hamburgers. That was it.
Decent.
Okay, so not as good as the South.
No.
Okay.
Not a real thing. But let me tell you, shout out to Eric Carey with his $5 donation. He says, shameless plug, Dolphin fans of Southern New England Fan Club shirts and club patches now on sale. Hit me up to order one. Yeah, dude, they're awesome. Guys, go check it out. I'll put them up on the screen here in a little bit.
There we go.
Okay, so tell me what you thought of the game, Nando.
Well, it was cool, man. This was probably one of the last quiet Sundays we had because, again, the game was on Saturday. It was nice just watching the Dolphins roster just round out, just seeing the depth of the team. It was cool. The D-line got to make some plays. Noah Benogany got burnt. Wide receivers look decent, just getting open out in command. Hopefully the McDaniel scheme is gonna pan out.
Mohamed Sanu and Preston Williams. I mean, not Preston Williams, Lynn Bowden.
Lynn Bowden.
Yeah, Lynn Bowden. They both those guys looked really good.
No, they both look pretty impressive, especially Bowden, man. He was getting open at will. I don't know if that's good for his trade stock, if it's good for maybe being wide receiver 5 or 6, rounding out the edges of the roster.
Keeps on playing like that. I don't want to trade him.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I'll take him as depth.
Tough. Yeah,
Nando, were we not just talking before about, like, what if Teddy does not play this game? Like, what does that mean?
Yeah, it could be another Skylar Thompson edition. I guess they're really giving him a shot to push for QB2, maybe. Teddy Bridgewater would be fun. I think he's a veteran. He's got a lot of game experience.
Why do you think Teddy didn't play yesterday?
You already know what you got in Teddy.
Back stiffness.
That's what they say.
Oh,
I don't know. I think there's more to it than that. But that's.
They also said there was a magic bullet that went through John F. Kennedy, but Just saying. They said there was a broken finger that somebody couldn't hold a golf club with, but I'm just saying.
They say a lot of things, man.
By the way, I saw Level 2 Noob, who's in the chat. Shout out to Level 2 Noob. Lost another bet to you, Nikki. That man's just been paying up.
Yeah,
to you, bro.
At least he pays his bets. He pays them right 8 in the morning. He's paying back his debt.
Some honor right there.
Level 2 Noob. I think the deal is you don't bet against Nicky Smokes in golf gambling, and I think you'll be fine, bro.
Well, he has to. He's got to win once. You can't just not win one
But
time.
if you lose 99 times, what's the fun of that? Except you got to see him pay up 99.
Well, his
times.
punishment, he's only got to throw back a shot or a beer, so it's kind of like a reward.
Now, the only thing I can say I was disconcerted with is our run game. It was a little bit.
Dude, Roach, that's the first thing I wrote down. Our run game was horrendous. It was terrible. We had one nice run the whole game. It was Myles Gaskin, and that came really late in the game. The play action is outstanding. Like, McDaniel has a fantastic scheme, but no one's going to bite on that play action if we're running the ball for 1 to 2 yards each and every single play. I know the starting offensive line wasn't there, but let's be honest with ourselves. That's probably our biggest concern on this team. And even during practice, we weren't really able to run the ball on Tampa, even with our starters.
Right.
And I know Tampa has a good run defense as well, but we got to be able to run the football. Like, Mike McDaniel came here so we could establish a run game. And there's just no way I see us going out there and whooping teams, by 20, 30 points if we can't run the football. So that was the biggest concern for me is we just can't run the ball.
Nikki, 100% agree, man. Besides Gaskins, it was like a 20-ish yard run, I think. They didn't have much. It was definitely scary.
The O-line scares me, guys. I mean,
do you think with the starters it changes, guys? Or
I don't know.
The thing. Like, I was watching TD's
I think
live
it's better,
stream
but
from
not
practice,
great.
And we couldn't run the ball the whole week during practice with our starters. And then the practice that I went to on Saturday, we couldn't even run the ball on our own defense. But our run defense looked pretty good. We had one drive in the first half where they ran the ball on us, but that was just sloppy tackling. But I was impressed with our run defense, but our run game offensively was horrendous. I want to pull up the stats.
And I think that has to do with the O-line. So I think now I will say Brian Baldinger was on his thing trying to, say, oh my God, our offensive line on 13 snaps, what would be 13 snaps minus Connor Williams and Teron Armstead. He showed
we had 49 rushing yards.
They look great.
Ouch.
But I was like, I didn't see it. That's just me. I'm being critical of the O-line, though. I'm biased.
Well, here's the thing. It's week 1 preseason, brand new scheme, and it's a completely different run style offense. Everything's stretch, outside. There's a lot of movement. And when you're talking about the Miami Dolphins' second and third string offensive line, you were talking the bottom barrel of the NFL. I mean, that's as bad as it could get. Coleman is egregious. If he ever has to play, if he has to play in a regular season game, we're in trouble. We are cooked. So I don't know. I think we'll figure it out with the starters. I think they need more reps, obviously. But it's first preseason game. You're gonna get sloppy tackling. You're gonna get missed blocking assignments. The scheme looked good though. We were scheming up wide receivers for them to be wide open. That's the first thing. That's the first time I've seen that in the last 2 years. So Mike McDaniel definitely has the offensive mind to get us where we need to be. It's just a matter of execution, timing, and the starters staying healthy and stepping up, because if they're not healthy, we are in serious trouble.
Nando?
No, 100%. The O-line, they got to stay healthy, man. It's nice seeing Dieter back on the field. Austin Jackson looked a little better, grading better than last year. I think he was graded 60-something. In the 60s rather than the 30s and 40s, which is nice. But besides that, Nikki, you're right, man. If we go down, if we start getting banged up, it's not going to look pretty just like it did last year. I need to see Armstead healthy. I need to see Williams solid and locked in, because I'm not too sure what we have behind them. It was nice seeing the wide receivers get open, though. Agreed. I don't know if we're going to trade Bowden or if we're going to keep him, but if you keep him as depth, he was at least getting open, making plays. Hopefully I can see Waddle and Hill do that week 2. You think they play or no?
I don't know. And that I wanted to bring that up even for Stephen D. So aside from Waddle and Hill, I think we should talk about Tua not playing. Now the whole week,
that didn't bother me at all.
The whole 2 weeks I was saying, don't play Tua. It's not worth it. Because for Mike McDaniel, look, if you play Tua, and he gets hurt, you're a first-year head coach. Everyone's going to destroy you. Why would you play him? Why would you play him? And the best thing that could have possibly happened for McDaniel if Tua played is Tua goes out there and they score a touchdown drive. And then us Dolphin fans, we get hyped for about a week on Twitter, right? Like that's the best thing that could have came out of Tua starting. So I understand why McDaniel didn't play him. But when you start seeing guys like Patrick Mahomes and all these other quarterbacks playing, you're like, well, what has Tua done that he's not playing, you know? So I see both sides, obviously. I mean, I agree with Tua not playing. But if we didn't play him that first game, then don't play him the second game and don't play him the third game. Because what are you going to do? Give him one drive, big whoop. And then what's the difference if he gets hurt in the second preseason game or the third preseason game? He's still hurt. And I think if you would have played him in the first preseason game, he would have had more time to recover from an injury had it happened. But now if you play him week 3 preseason and he jams his thumb and now he's out for 3 weeks.
Disagree.
Why?
So,
what's the difference?
So I think, look, I think the reality is you look around the entire NFL, 90% of NFL teams, if they played their starters, they played them one series, maybe 2. And that was just for that. But we just came off 2 days of inter-squad practices against the team that we were playing against. So
most of those teams had joint practices.
No, they didn't. We were the only one that did, if I'm correct.
We're the only team in the NFL that had joint. That's not true. The Cowboys and the Broncos had joint practices.
Okay, so there's 2. There's one other.
I think the Eagles did, right?
I'm sure there's plenty of teams that had joint practices before the first preseason game. 100%.
I'm almost positive we were the first. Okay. And we had 2 days of it, which means he got 2 straight days of 7-on-7 and 11-on-11. I saw everything I needed to see the second day with Tua. I was good. I didn't need to see nothing else. He got those reps in. I was good with it.
I agree with the decision not to play Tua. I'm just saying if you don't play him in the first game, don't play him the entire preseason.
There's actually a joint practice schedule for the whole league.
Yeah, the Cowboys, Broncos had some. The Jets, the Eagles had joint practices.
Almost how many teams had joint practices that week?
That's all I found so far.
Yeah. It says like the August 16th, you're going to have Saints, Packers, Panthers, Patriots.
But I'm talking about
Lions, Colts, Cowboys, Chargers.
But regardless, Stephen D.
Last week there was 4 teams.
Pointless. There's preseason
so
game 3 is not more.
Why do you seem agitated that Tua didn't play then?
Let
that man be.
Dude, you're not understanding what I'm saying.
You're saying I
said
you.
I did not want Tua to play. Bro,
don't even play him
at all. I'm telling you what I'm saying.
Okay.
I the whole week said don't play Tua. It makes no sense. But when you're watching other quarterbacks around the league, Patrick Mahomes, Jalen Hurts, Daniel Jones, guys that are in similar positions as Tua, not Patrick Mahomes. He's on a completely different level. Obviously, I'm just throwing the big name out there. You saw a lot of first-string quarterbacks play. That's all I'm saying. Now, I'm fine with the decision not to play Tua. I'm just saying if you're not going to play him in the first preseason game, don't play him in any of them. Because at the end of the day, you could say it's about reps all you want. We both know it's about Tua being fragile. And if you're not going to play him preseason 1, don't play him the entire preseason. There's no point. Preseason game 3 does not mean more than preseason game 1.
I don't disagree with that final statement. What I will say to you is there's no inter-squad practices with Vegas coming up, right? We do have one against Philly, but not with Vegas, right, guys? So I think we'll see 1 quarter of Tua playing preseason game 2. And I could totally see a world where he doesn't play preseason game 3. But the only reason he might is because we have a week off in between, which means he wouldn't play 2 straight weeks. But again, if I'm using the same philosophy of he had 2 straight days of inter-squad practices against Tampa, you would use probably that same philosophy against Philadelphia, right?
Yeah.
So he might play 1 quarter of preseason football, and that'll be it.
So August 24th.
That'll be against Vegas.
August 24th, we practice with Philly, but in between, we don't practice with nobody.
Yeah, I see. This is what I think will probably happen. I'm not saying it will. I think he'll play 1 quarter next week, and then he won't play the rest of the preseason because he'll get two more days.
And then if he gets hurt, are we going to come on the Stephen D Morning Show and start ripping Mike McDaniel and calling him an idiot for playing Tua? And now we don't have Tua for the first 3 weeks of the season.
No,
or are we going to be like, no? It makes
God
sense
forbid.
that Tua played a meaningless game. Is that what we're going to say?
I'm going to say he has bird bones. He has bones like a bird, And that it's okay because we got Skylar. That's what I'm going to say.
Well, we know Roach will be lying. Look, I don't know what you want me to say, Nikki. What I'm telling you is I have no problem with how the Dolphins are going about this in any way, shape, or form. They're not doing anything different than what some of the other teams have done. I think the only reason we didn't see him this week was because of the inter-squad practices. That was it. I think we would have saw him for maybe a series or two if we didn't have those two inter-squad practices. And so that's what I think happened. And I don't. So by that logic, no starter at quarterback in the NFL should play at all in the preseason, right, Nikki? Is that what you're saying?
I'm just saying the difference between game 1, 2, and 3, they're all meaningless. So if you don't want to take the risk of playing him in the first one, then why are you going to do it in the second one?
But that's
why
not
are you going to do it in the third one?
That's not the risk of them not playing, right? You want him to get reps. He got the reps already.
So him getting reps of not getting tackled in practice is the same as a game? Is that what you're telling me?
I'm just saying
practice reps and game reps are completely different.
They saw what they wanted to see.
They saw what they wanted to see.
Yes.
So then,
what do they want to see?
What do you look for in the first preseason game from your quarterback? His timing. You want to see if he can command the huddle. You get all that. So
you think that's going to change from
preseason
game 1 to preseason game 2?
90% of the NFL. I mean, I'm sure we can go back and find all the NFL games where a starting quarterback might have got hit or sacked. But for the most part, defenses aren't rushing the quarterback like that. There's usually agreements between head coaches for of course there is. They talk about it all the time.
Injuries still happen though, man. Look at Zach Wilson.
I'm not saying that they don't, but to me, this argument is okay.
Ridiculous. So you're saying if there's this unwritten rule of we're not going to put pressure on each other's quarterback, then why wouldn't you play them? Then why wouldn't you play them?
They saw what they needed to see from him, Nikki.
Okay, so they saw what they needed to see. They saw what they needed to see. So then, because they're not having joint practice with the Raiders this week, they're not going to see what they want to see.
No, they're going to play him against the Raiders. They will play him at least one quarter,
and
which might be one or two.
Alex says, Smokes, look what happened to Zach Wilson's knee. But that doesn't matter.
How do you know? Contact though. That could happen in practice. That could happen.
And he could already had an issue he didn't even know about in his knee. Just remember, Teddy Bridgewater was walking in practice and his knee fell apart. Right? He looked down at his foot and his knee broke in half.
Can I add something
in practice? That's what happened to him before his surgery.
Let me add something, Roach. And Stephen D, me and you, I mean, by the way, this is all love. You know that, right?
I'm not offended.
All love. No, me neither. Right I agree. No,
I'm what are we talking about?
I'm clarifying. I'm just clarifying for everyone in the comments. We talk about, remember the dog days of summer. We're talking about what we need from Tua, what he has to do. Our biggest thing was he has to play all 17 games. Mm-hmm. If we can't make it out of one drive or one quarter in the preseason, how are we going to get through 17 weeks?
I understand that philosophy. I get that. But here's this. If I don't even agree with that, because the third of my philosophy of week 1 is they saw what they needed to see from 2 days of inter-squad practices, 7-on-7s, 11-on-11s, and we're going to get that again with the Eagles. So I don't think he's going to play against the Eagles.
How much more coddling are we going to give this guy?
What are we talking about here? Let's not change.
You're worried about that's what it is. You're worried about him getting hurt. That's coddling. That's a classic coddling. If I had to look at the rule sheet of what coddling was, that's number 1.
Let me say something to Alexander. For the 5th time, I did not want Tua to go out there and play with the threes. I was fine with Tua not playing. I'm bringing up the other side of the argument, what other people are saying, and it's not something that I think we could just dismiss and not address because there's valid sides to both. Now, if we go out there next week and we play all of our starters, whatever, go out there, do your thing. But all I'm saying is you're still going to get reprimanded if he gets hurt in that game the same way you would have got reprimanded the first.
So here's the thing. God forbid that happens. But if it does, if it came to fruition that was the case, Nikki, I wouldn't blame McDaniel for it.
Right.
I would blame Tua's injury prone, and that's what that's the narrative that would happen. And we'd be I wouldn't blame McDaniel. I would not blame McDaniel.
when people say, like, what's the difference with Rodgers? The thing is, I'm not complaining about him not playing the game. I don't care if he played this first preseason game. But I'm saying when people give the excuse, well, we don't want to see him get hurt, that's a knock against him. If you're so worried that he's not going to go on the field, that's a knock against the guy that you're trying to sell. You know, like,
I mean, injuries happen.
Eric Carrier
and you
says
can't be
plenty
scared of it.
Quarterbacks one didn't
You
play
know?
preseason one, but let's lose our collective minds because Tua didn't play. Dumbest fan base. in sports.
Would you guys be concerned if the starters come out week 2, but Tua doesn't? Like Tyreek and Waddle
Yes.
are out there.
Like if everyone is
No.
playing but Tua, that's what do you mean no? How would you not be concerned if every starter is playing except Tua?
we came on here late last week and we said what we're not going to do in these preseason games is lose our minds off of either one extreme or another. We're just
how many
gonna
people
be-
said that
almost everybody. Like
on the panel? That's like 10 people.
I'm just telling you, as a collective unit, we were like, this is what we're going to do. We're not going to lose our minds one way or another because it's preseason. And how much stock do you take into preseason games?
Wow.
You run very vanilla offenses. You run very vanilla defenses. You don't show your cards a lot. And the only thing you want to come out of preseason is for that ramp up period to be good so that you're ready for week 1 and healthiness, which we didn't come out of week 1 with, by the way, with Trill Williams. And we'll get into that in a few because I lost my mind the way that happened. But
You don't even
that's
play,
ultimately
bro.
what you want out of preseason action. You
I
want a
love
good
Trill.
ramp up period and you want healthiness. That's it. That's all you want.
Okay,
why
so
have-
we want healthiness.
So just get rid of the preseason games.
If we want healthiness, why would we play our starters at all? If we want to guarantee healthiness, why are we going to play our starters?
Why even have-
you
Ron
need
Armstead's
the
injury
ramp up.
prone.
You need them to be ready for week 1, Nicky.
So you do need them. So you do need them to play the
Yes,
preseason.
100%. But you're specifically talking about Tua.
No, dude.
You just said your exact words were, Nicky. If Tua didn't play week 2, how would you feel? And I would be like, I'm indifferent. It doesn't necessarily about. He's gonna play. Like he's gonna play.
You just said it wouldn't matter if the starters played and Tua didn't. Like that's contradicting to what you just said. You need the ramp up. Tua is part of that. Tua needs the ramp up.
I agree, and I believe he's gonna play week 2.
So therefore, you would be concerned if all the starters played week 2 and
I
he
would
didn't.
not. I would not be concerned because
That makes no sense.
I'm not putting that much stock into preseason. I'm just
That
not.
makes no
Then
sense.
why have preseason?
So then when
because
would
you
you have the
need
tune-up?
it. to-
Why?
Who am I talking to today, fellas?
Why not just
What
have
is
joint
going
practices?
on?
Why not just have
Crazy
joint
down,
practices?
Nando, help me, Nando.
I
Please
don't know,
help me,
man.
Nando.
I'd love some just straight joint practices, like some hard. Because
I need a new button. I need a new button.
sometimes,
We're
man,
talking
like-
about practice, man. We're
They
not
sometimes
talking
they
about
don't-
the
You
game.
feeling? Are you feeling ganged up on?
Allen Iverson clip. That's what
Are
I
you
need right
are
now.
you feeling ganged up on?
I am feeling a
Preseason
little
just
ganged
so
up
You
on
better
vanilla.
go. You better go hire performance to get people to stop.
Like they
picking on
don't
you.
open up the playbook. They're not always showing all like
Get
the
it?
same looks
Boom.
they're doing in
It
practice.
was a
Like,
joke.
sometimes joint practices are pretty helpful, man. But like,
I like joint
it'd be nice to
practices.
see him ramp up. But I don't need to
Let's
see
get-
too.
let
Like
me-
if
let
he
me
doesn't
just
play,
throw it out
keep him
there for
healthy,
the
bro.
world to know. We don't have a joint practice this week. Tua will play 1 or 2 drives,
Mhm.
and that'll be it.
Fantastic. Like sick.
I feel like
And then Alexander, I'm sorry, but he's getting to me. He's starting to piss me off. He's like, he said preseason games 2 and 3 mean more than preseason game 1. So tell me what happens to our record
It's a
going
ramp
into
up
week
period.
1.
It's not. It's
Tell
not
me
that
what it
they
means.
mean more. You just you.
Dude, I know how the preseason works. I've been watching.
How many
the
times
NFL
have
my
we
whole
gone
life.
undefeated in
I
the
get it.
preseason and then
I don't
sucked?
care about like to a certain extent. If we lose, look, I hate losing no matter what. It puts me in a bad mood. Like I have to be honest with you and tell you that when they iced the kicker and he made the kick, I was pissed. Like I was like, oh, I was cussing up a storm because I hate losing. I just don't like to lose.
Because you didn't see the big picture.
Well,
And
McDaniel played it like a
McDaniel
boss,
just
cuz.
he sees
played
more
it
than
like
the
a
field,
boss.
man. He sees your soul, and he takes all the metachlorians in the air and in your body, and he just picks it up. Yeah, Star Wars, bro.
Okay.
Yeah, he uses those
Anyways,
metachlorians.
when
man.
Nando's like, it's too early in the morning for Star Wars talk.
no, I'm down for Star Wars talk at all times of the day, man. I was just trying to read the chat without glasses. It's been a
Okay.
little fuzzy.
All right.
I like
So
that lacrosse stick.
here's
Oh man, a little fiddlestick in the
There's
back.
a couple more things I want to talk about, and then what we're going to do this morning is we're going to open up the chat for one at a time, people to come up here and talk about Victory Monday and whatever they want to talk about. So Alexander will get the opportunity to talk to you, Nikki Smokes, here in a little bit. I'll let him come on. Little one-on-one. Okay. Nikki's ready to lose his mind.
I'm gonna have my button ready.
Okay. All right. Let's two more things I want to talk about before we start bringing people on. Okay. Let me ask you, did you have a problem with Trill Williams playing in the fourth quarter?
No.
I did. I 100%.
Why?
Because I feel like he's.
Did you have a problem when they put him in or when he got hurt? Is the question.
You got upset because he got hurt. Because if Trill didn't get hurt, you wouldn't get upset. And if Tua were to get hurt, you would get upset. Correct?
He's always bringing
so
it
if
back
you don't want
Tua.
Trill Will playing in a preseason game, why do you want your franchise
I
quarterback?
didn't want him playing with 2 minutes left in the
Nando, I can line it up, bro.
But he already, in my opinion, has made the squad. I'm just telling you. Like,
that's why I'm the producer.
There you go.
Don't care about nothing else. The man has been excellent all preseason, and now he's tore his ACL and he's out for the year. And by the way, we already
so you mean Trill Will's been excellent all training camp? So why play him in the preseason at all? That's what you're saying, right? And if Tua's been so great in training camp, why play him at all, right?
There was no reason for him to be playing with 2 minutes left in the fourth quarter of preseason.
He's
So
the
when
third
is Trill Will
team.
supposed to play? He's the fifth string quarterback.
No, don't let that
No,
depth chart
he's-
fool
it
you,
is.
fellas.
Well,
still a backup,
apparently it is
regardless
accurate
of
because
where
he
he
was
is.
in at the time with the third team, Steven.
Yeah,
Trill
And-
Williams should not have been playing.
he
at
should have,
all.
man. He's a backup. However you
And
slice it, whether
he's a
second
rookie.
team, third string. He's a second year player. He's
basically a
has
rookie.
Already
Yeah.
made this. He had all, in my opinion, in my eyes, he was light years better than Noah Igbenogany. Light years better.
Noah's not even a corner on this team, bro. He hasn't played corner since he got toasted by Stephon Diggs in his first ever game.
And unfortunately, here
It's just like the wide receiver, Steven. It's trade fodder. They're trying to build it up.
Now, I'm telling y'all right now, because of the depth, the lack of depth, and now at that secondary position, we are going to have to live with Noah making this team. I'm just throwing it out there.
Noah. It really was wild. Like the emotion shown by Trill Williams was just.
Well, we do have a guy
painful on
in
TV.
We brought in
We brought in
unsigned guy.
some unguy that we haven't even signed him.
You
yet.
can't call him unguy. That's messed up, man. You don't even know
well,
this
It's a
dude.
great name for a jersey. Unguy. Unguy number 2.
I don't. Right now,
He could be that dude.
No, well, I highly doubt it.
Do you?
Trill was that dude.
Okay.
Trill was most definitely that dude.
Yeah, he's our dude. That's why he started, right? That's why he's corner number 1.
I never said he was corner number 1.
Great depth piece we lost.
He was, and he would have gotten a lot of playing time this year. He would have.
Sure.
And now we're stuck with Noah Igbenogany.
You know what injuries do though?
Thank
They
you.
help you
Dawson's
see what
looking
you really got available.
Thank you. Because you don't want to
Cross
listen to
season.
me. This is what we're gonna have to deal with. Noah for the rest of the year.
Keon Cross.
No, you're not.
Veron McKinley.
Byron's going to come back. We're going to have X, Byron, Nick Needham, Crossan. And then if one of those guys get hurt, we're fucked.
Swear jar.
It was
You're
worth
not
it, man.
wrong.
It was
You're
worth it
not
because
wrong.
watching Noah all
You're
year.
not wrong in any way, shape, or form. You're not wrong at all. You are 100% right if one of those guys go down. Keon Crossan looked good, but he looked good in the 2 days of inter-squad practices too.
He
He's
shouldn't have
standing
played
out
in the
practice.
preseason, right?
No. I understand. I don't think that Trill should have been playing with 2 minutes left in the preseason game. He had already shown what he needed to do.
Okay, wait, Stephen D, let me ask you a question. Be honest with me. So you're watching that whole fourth quarter. Are you telling me that before the injury, you're pacing up and down saying, why is Trill Will on the field?
You can ask my wife who was sitting with me, Nikki, and I said early on in the fourth quarter, I said Trill Williams should not be playing. I said that. I said
my cap
word
to you.
for
Tip my cap
word.
to you.
Who would've
Okay, I
played?
believe you.
Who would have
I'm not
played
calling you
instead
a
of him
liar.
now?
I asked you a question.
I mean, Campbell was looking good, by the way.
Jeez. Like
Let Campbell get more reps, and then you still had what, Verone McKinley, like you were saying. Who else?
It's pretty thin out there, man. Because
Hamilton
is third string.
was getting
Like,
burned the
you
whole
got
night.
D'Angelo Ross,
but
Tino Ellis,
Ross,
Elijah Hamilton.
There was
Decatur
millions of
Kohu.
other people. Don't tell me that we needed the best
Look,
corner that we had.
Stephen D. If that's what you said at the beginning of the fourth quarter, tip my cap to you.
That's exactly what I said at the beginning of the fourth quarter.
Good.
When
I'm glad.
he went down,
You should have been on the sideline telling McDaniel to take
I don't
him
think
out of
he
the game.
played that much either.
If the Dolphins would just hire me, maybe we wouldn't be going through this.
Did he play that? Did he? Steven,
He
you're
would've
acting
won a ring
like
2 years
you're
ago,
acting
man.
like he was in the game like a lot earlier, and then they just put him in for the heck of it. But he actually, if I remember correctly, because the only reason I know this is because I was always looking for Noah's double sleeves, and he had a single sleeve, and I'm watching it, I'm like, and I thought it was Noah at first. I saw he was missing the second sleeve, and I'm like, oh, that's Trill, right?
Yeah.
So, and I don't remember having that issue until the very end of the game. So I don't think he played that many snaps. He just went in where he was playing to go in.
I'm
Picture
just telling
snap
you.
count. Someone posted it. I don't know.
Somebody I know is looking for the snap counts. I couldn't.
I'm looking
find it.
for it.
I just have $10. I liked what I saw though.
Level 2 noob just tweeted to me. He goes, even Tua in his interview spoke to the comfort level of McDaniel's
Found it.
offense. I would argue. Yes. Hey, can you tag us in a tweet and retweet it?
We're going for Trill Will, right? Trill Will.
Probably had 30 snaps.
What's the site?
My guess is he had 30 snaps.
I heard something.
It's on Twitter. Just type in Dolphin snap count.
That's what I just did. I didn't find it.
You don't know how to use Twitter then. Dude, where is his name?
Exactly.
Dude, we have like.
Are you
four
looking?
Williams
Are you
on
looking
this
at
team.
December 7th, 2020? Because that's what came up.
Dolphins?
No. Dude, what the hell?
Like the latest one?
Fine.
Yeah, somebody find the snap count and tag me in it in Twitter.
Well, I'm on like
That
a
was
random
like-
website. I don't know if this is.
That isn't important because it changes the way you look at it, right? Because if that's his first time going in, that's different than him like playing the whole first second and then all of a sudden playing the last 2 minutes. Or maybe they wanted him on 2 minute. They needed to see some 2 minute time out of him.
Look, what I'm telling you is, Daniel tweeted it.
Daniel Yavusi?
Yeah. By the way, Daniel at the end of the press conference, McDaniel's press conference, and there's a still shot I got of Daniel. It's pretty good. I can't wait to throw it up tomorrow when he gets up here. It's pretty funny. All right, somebody who wants to get in the conversation and say something to you fellas.
Alex should go first.
Mr. Cameron 954 of these 32 Dolphins tailgate. What's up, Cameron?
Hey, good morning, fellas.
I need some barbecue.
Hey, you got some coming. Game 1. Nicky Smokes is my new best friend. I don't know if you guys
I
even been
appreciate
watching
that, Cameron.
stuff over here, man.
There we go.
And secondly, SI.com, Elaine Puperta, however the hell you say his name, he publishes snap counts.
Yeah, I'm reading that one right now. I'm trying to find him in there.
He
Seen
said
Preston.
He
Go
said
ahead,
that
go ahead, Cameron.
Noah had 47 snap counts. Gesicki was second with the most. But anyway, I hadn't seen anything on the show. I was busy this morning, but I could only imagine, everyone, including 1, 2, 3, 4 Eps over here, getting a hard on for Skylar. Because this guy had a great game.
Skylar talk yet this morning. You know what we've been arguing about this morning, Cameron? We've been arguing about playing time for starters and what should and what shouldn't happen for preseason. And we've been talking about Trill Williams shouldn't have been in the fourth quarter, I think.
He absolutely should have been in the fourth quarter. He should play the whole damn game because if he was having a great camp, he needs to get game snaps on tape.
Wow, isn't that crazy?
There you go,
practice
Cameron.
good.
The guy didn't play.
But you
all
said the
last
whole community
year.
got up here and said this.
The
And
guy didn't play all last
and the
year.
whole
He's
community
getting
Nikki's
some
best
help.
friend.
At his own show.
Nikki's new best friend, right?
And I'm sorry, Steven, but the truth is the truth. And I'm just getting out ahead of all this Skylar talk.
No, y'all can sit there. Y'all can be wrong with it. That's
And
what
I'm
Welcome.
getting out ahead of all this Skylar
Hey,
talk because the
Happy
guy had
birthday,
a great
Steven.
game.
You're a year
He
older
played
and this is what
against
happens.
guys.
my birthday's over. I don't care. I'm just telling you.
Steven, Skylar had a great game playing against guys who's barely going to make the 53 or the practice squad, and most of those guys are going to be bagging your groceries at Publix.
I hope so.
Trill's not going to be one of those guys.
What?
Trill
That's not what
Williams
Cam's
was
talking about at
I
all.
said Skylar played against the Buccaneers fourth.
And Cameron, I don't bag.
don't care
I go to
about
Publix.
Skylar.
I don't bag my stuff. I get that Publix sub and I eat it immediately.
You sitting out there with the benches with all the baggers.
Yeah.
You just go to you go to the register with just the receipt. You're like, I already ate the sandwich.
And a half a bag of chips.
Yep.
I think what Cam's trying to like nip in the butt before we talk about it on the show is people calling for Skylar to start over Tua. I think that's an egregious statement. I think
nobody's
that's
saying that.
Egregious.
And if they do, like, yeah. Look,
Do you have your chat turned off?
You have to read your comments during your show. Like, there's been like 6 people say Skylar should
They are
start.
trolling you guys. They don't even believe
Yeah.
it. Trust me.
I hope
And if
so.
they do,
You live in a delusional
God
world.
have mercy on their soul. Okay?
Roach, some
Because-
people live in a delusional world, man. Some
Oh
people
my
are
God.
not trolling.
You need
Hey,
that.
but I
Grant.
will say this, Steven, and I said this on Friday's show. He's going to get all the snaps on game 3 against the Eagles, too. You don't give all the snaps to a player, a quarterback especially, who for game 1 and game 3, Steven.
Tua's going to see how many.
Steven, I'm not finished my point here.
Okay.
That
go
he's
ahead.
going to be on the 53. He will be protected on the 53.
Steven's getting it today, man.
I know,
That's all
bro.
I'm saying.
Everybody's ganging up on me today.
Because-
is this not clock blockers?
Yeah, this is
not
your
my
birthday
morning
spanking,
show?
bro.
What is up?
This is
God,
your day of
worry.
reckoning. This is
That's
your
your
day of
birthday
reckoning.
punches.
This
Birthday
is how
punches.
This is how we talk to each other after a win. God
Steven.
forbid we lose.
Sorry,
Your
that's-
day, your day of
You guys
reckoning
doing the
is
game.
here.
That's how
Dude,
it goes
isn't
on the
this so much
Roach
better
Nicky
than the
Nando
off
show.
season, though, Steven? Isn't this so
It
much
is
better than
10
the off
times-
season?
It is hands down 10 times better than the offseason, bro.
You got 161 viewers. Come on now.
Hey,
Hit
man,
that like button.
hey, man, hit the like button. Hit the like button and share. We got Cameron 954 from East 32 Dolphins Tailgate. We got my producer Roach. We got
Roach.
Nando Talk from Nando Talk, and we got Nikki Smokes from the Smoke Show. And
I'm trying to hit 500
Smoking
subs, Steven. Tell them to help me out.
Yo,
I
hey,
need
the man
50
out.
more
to the
people. I
Smoke
need 50
Show.
more.
How many more do you need?
50.
Help the
50
man out.
people. Go to the Smoke Show on YouTube and subscribe to his channel.
And use
Okay.
your
Live at
backup
5
account
p.m.
too.
tonight.
Okay.
What happened,
I'm
Roach?
about to become a super
I said,
subscriber.
and subscribe with your backup account too. All your accounts.
Yeah, use all 3: your burner, your main, your side
school,
chicks. Use them all. You just get
work.
me at 500, please.
You know how
Put
many
my
people,
info in your girl's
the
phone.
chat,
That's what
the
you just
chat
said.
is getting really mad at me that I have not dropped the link. All right, so here's what we're gonna do this morning. We're gonna bring people on one at a time, okay? And they can argue or whatever, and I'll give them.
Can you bring Alex
I'm
on first to get it over? with?
I'm gonna bring people on one at a time. We're not doing a big panel this morning, okay? And I'm gonna let you all go. Level 2 noob says I'm gonna go sub and unsub 50 times. Will that work? That
get
will
no
not
I, just
work.
dropped, I dropped the link in the comments. I got you. Thank you, guys. Please. But level 2 noob, that's my guy.
I love
Like
Level 2
if
noob.
if I could buy anyone a limo filled with strippers and send them to the Dolphin game, it's level 2 noob.
It's level 2 noob.
I don't know if he'd go to the Dolphins game afterwards. He'd
I
probably
don't
just stay
know
at
if he
limo.
would make it to the Dolphins game then, Nick.
Why
That's my
would
guy
you?
right
You sit
there.
out in the
Level
park.
2 noob,
You
my
just
guy.
sit out in the parking lot and you'll be good.
Just doing
I'll
laps
drop
around
them
Hard
off
Rock.
at East 32 and just let them sit there in a lawn chair and just get baked by the sun.
That guy wouldn't even get out of the limo.
Never,
He
level
didn't.
2 noob would never see the inside of that stadium. The odds of level 2 noob going into the game would bet all the money. I don't bet, and even I would know to put all the money.
I'd
that
give
he
him
would
my
never walk
tickets.
in.
That'd be a nice trade right there.
Level 2 noob says I'm getting strippers and a limo. All right,
Or-
guys, I'm dropping the link one at a time, y'all.
Or we
One
could just
at
put
a
Alex
time.
in the limo with you. Just you and Alex. I would actually want to go to a game with Alex. I think Alex would be fun. You know? He'd have his T-Mobile
Is that
phone.
level 2 noob's real name, Alex?
No, Alex is your favorite person.
Oh, the guy. I was so
The guy you challenged.
Level 2 noob just put the link in for your show.
Yeah, he's the realest one.
All
That's
right,
the guy
real
right
one.
there.
First person this morning. Because y'all
I'll bet that.
obviously Alex. who's been going at it with Nikki.
Take the 4, Nikki.
Alex, Nikki, Alex.
What's up,
Starts.
What is up?
He sells T-Mobile phones.
Yeah, I sell T-Mobile phones.
He used to sell AT&T, but now he wants us to believe they suck and T-Mobile's better. But go ahead, Alex.
Got to promote it somehow. Listen, you don't. I understand that you said that you didn't want Tua to play in the first game, which is fine. But there's a difference between the second, and again, there's a difference between the second and the third game. Oh yeah, go ahead, bro. I'm sorry, Steven. Go ahead.
No, I did go to Douglas. Yeah, I graduated in 2017. My bad. Go ahead, Alex. My bad.
No. You good, man? Don't apologize. You didn't do nothing wrong, man.
Except your takes. He said your takes are trash, Nikki. That's what he said.
Well, the way he's talking to me, he's very calm and he's not being a dick about it. So
everybody, Steven,
just say something negative about Tua. Say something negative about Tua, Nikki.
Everybody has their own takes, bro. I'm never going to bash anyone for having their own
takes. See where Alex is going to come out. It's not going to be good, bro. Not going to be good.
Let me hear what my guys got to say.
The difference between the second and the third game. The second game is always going to be dress rehearsal now because there's only 3 preseason games. Before it used to be the third one. So you never want to play your starters in the first preseason game because nobody's really going to play the starters. I don't want Tua to go out there and against the threes, the third string or the fourth strings. No, so that's all I was saying. The second and third preseason game, you want to put them out there at least 1 to 2 drives, and that's it. Bring them in. That's it. Tua doesn't need the reps. I believe Tua does not need the reps. I believe he's going to be just fine come week 1. And another thing is, Steven, with Trill needs the reps. I can't fault Mike McDaniel for putting him out there because things like this happen. You can't escape injury.
He shouldn't have been playing with 2 minutes left in the fourth quarter.
Hey, I understand, man, but Trill he needed the reps.
Had his spot on this team, as far as I'm concerned. He had already
really not.
That maybe not.
He's not on his team or not. He still needs game reps.
Yeah,
it needed with two.
He was third team too. I'm gonna keep saying that.
No, thank you.
And people need to. I just want people to pump their brakes on this Skylar talk because granted, he had a good game. Don't get me wrong. He had a really good game out there on Saturday. But we need to pump our brakes when it comes to him being the QB2 or the QB1. Hey, there's something there to develop. There is something there to develop.
He's not a quarterback one. He's not a quarterback one.
No.
I'd much rather him be quarterback 2 because even if we have to go to Teddy Bridgewater, this is a guy that couldn't even beat out Drew Lock, and we're sitting here paying him what, Roach, $10 million? I'd rather pay Skylar $100,000 and develop him as a backup quarterback than pay Teddy all this money, and the guy couldn't even beat out Drew Lock. I mean, we're acting like Teddy Bridgewater is some stud in the NFL.
And he's gonna break. He's gonna break too.
Well, Nikki, the thing is I hear you on that, bro. But the thing is, I'm always under the assumption that you need a veteran behind a young quarterback. Tua's still young. He's entering his 3rd year, so you need a veteran back there. And Teddy B is a capable backup that can win games for you if he needs to come in.
Alex, if Skylar's outplaying Teddy, like outplaying him, do you not put Skylar at QB2?
Yeah, but Steven, you got to take it. McDaniel said it. McDaniel said it himself. Like he's evaluating practices, especially the dual practices, just as much as game tape.
I understand.
Well, Teddy's not even throwing at practice lately.
Nikki earlier.
You're very right.
Teddy wasn't getting reps then.
But it's also the first week and a half of training camp too. Let's see what happens over the next 2 weeks.
But what I think was impressive about Skylar,
stating the question that if he ends up outplaying him tremendously in the entirety of the preseason, you have to consider him at QB2.
He don't even have to outplay him.
And by the way, I also, separate question to the same point. There's no world where we should keep 3 quarterbacks on the 53.
I agree with the last part, but he doesn't need to. But Steven, he doesn't need to outplay Teddy. If he's playing even at the same level or just below Teddy, isn't worth playing?
Teddy. Then you keep Teddy.
That's worth $10 million to you.
It's worth
when this guy's ceiling's going to be way up here.
Well,
I'm not paying
that goes to Alex's point. Then that's where you go. Okay, now I have a veteran who understands what it's like in certain situations. If
Yeah,
it's
and
close,
and
if
in
it's
all this
close,
situation,
even if Skylar's playing a little bit better, you take Teddy and you gamble with Skylar on the practice squad. And if somebody picks him up, unfortunately,
No. Steven,
What does Teddy being a veteran have to do with anything?
No.
That's what I want to know.
Teddy's ready to go mid-game, man.
You
Just showing
can't-
him the ropes,
You
preparation.
can't stash him on the
things
practice.
like
squad.
that.
You have to
you're
carry
gonna-
him.
He has coaches that were quarterbacks in his locker room.
We're going back to the crazy conversation of last week. You guys want to keep 3 quarterbacks on the 53 man?
You might have no choice.
You might
I'm
have to.
asking the panel.
I
What do
don't
you
think so.
think?
No.
Well,
get
what
rid of
happens
Teddy.
if one goes down and then you only have one left?
You're
Well,
going to waste a 3rd string quarterback on
Get a
the
good
53
get a good
man.
draft pick?
Steven,
Yeah,
you're talking about
what
number
else-
What else are you going to use it for? What else are you going to use it for?
Dumb.
What else are you going to use it
Just
for?
Easy. There's
The last spot's going to be a bench warmer anyway.
There's
Exactly.
last
Third
spot's
man
not
doesn't
gonna dress
play.
no matter
And dude,
what.
53
okay, so
doesn't play?
hypothetically, one quarterback goes down, then you have only one quarterback on the roster, and you're going to have to sign a backup quarterback and demote. It's the same thing.
You're
I'm okay with
keeping
having
Skylar
three.
on the
That's
53,
that's what I'm
period.
saying. That's exactly what I'm saying. You need
You're
need
not
to have.
cutting Skylar. Skylar's not getting
Wait.
cut.
Yeah, Skylar won't get cut. If we cut
Skylar won't
anybody
get
or
cut,
trade anybody,
no.
it's Teddy.
We're gonna have
You
3
can't, and
So
you
you're
can't,
telling me
and
that
you
I'm
can't
just
stash
going to
him
live
the
with 3
practice squad rest of
quarterbacks
the
this year on the 53.
Yes, you are.
Yeah.
You're not
You
even gonna
realize
think about
we're
it.
going to
Yes,
be
you
one of
will.
like 3 teams that do that. That's
You
Because we
are?
have to be. We have to be.
You are, but it might not be
Steven,
Teddy,
Steven,
is what we're
dumb.
saying.
Steven,
Yeah,
the Bears had 4 last year.
Well, the Bears are
There
the
we go.
Bears. Go ahead and say it, Nikki. Say the Bears for me with
The
my
Bears.
dick a mustache.
What really impressed me with Skylar is he wasn't just
The
good
Bears.
with all the different teams on the field, like team 2, 3, 4, and partially team 1, right?
11 snaps.
But
Skylar's been taking reps with the first
Yeah.
team at practice.
But
He's not
with Sky-
quarterback 1. I want to
Right.
make sure everyone
what's
knows
good
I'm not making a case for
is-
Skylar quarterback 1.
as the people around him got lower in talent and knowledge of the game, his play did not drop. He was able to keep that team at that same level with lower caliber players throughout that game. Like you got to remember, every quarter the tiers are stepping down in
And
quality,
that's what you want to see.
and he was able to keep the play up with the tier around him dropping, and I think that's impressive.
I think he's good. But
Did you guys see what Omar tweeted Saturday night?
About like him being Kirk Cousins.
No, about
Kirk Cousins.
Preston Williams.
If I die, I die.
Believe it or not, Preston Williams is a top 3 talent on this team. He just needs to show the. He just needs to learn the play. He just needs the time to learn the playbook.
trade.
Yeah,
All
and-
right, all right,
I mean,
all right.
Omar's
Hold
seen
on,
more practice than anyone.
Alex.
to be
Is there
real.
anything
Like,
else
he
you want to
has.
say? Because I got other people in the back that want to get on, man.
That I'm just gonna say a final thought real quick. And Nick, it was great meeting you, bro. Good to see you, bro. And
Hey,
Nando,
go to
good to see you
Nicky's
again.
show tonight, and you
Good
can
to see you
argue
too,
with
boss.
him on his show, The Smoke Show, Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays at 5 p.m. Let's go, son.
And another thing
Sorry,
is this,
sorry.
we'll see what happens in the next 2 preseason games. Again, I'm all for Skylar. If he beats out Teddy B for the number 2, I'm all for that. That's fine. But I just think he needs another year to develop, and then next year he'll be ready. But we'll see what happens down the line. It was good to see you guys. I gotta go get ready because I'm taking my daughter to the water park for her birthday.
Let's go.
And you
Let's
guys have
go.
a good one. Stay blessed,
All right,
guys.
Alex, be good, man.
Happy birthday.
All right, hey, want to remind you guys real quick, Miami Sports Music's #1 Miami fan morning show, Clock Blockers. It is Victory Monday. We got the fellas, Nando Talk and Nikki Smokes, who co-host with me. Oh.
Funky tunes.
I should put Nikki on the screen with his mustache. Yeah, I like it. Just so y'all know, I got an awesome giveaway to people who donate to the show this week. Because I just was gifted it. Who wants to go see the Raiders preseason game at Club Live in the stadium?
It's called Club
Live.
Club Live. Sorry, I said Club Live. I knew it was Club Live.
Steven.
I knew it was Club Live. Leave me alone. It's my morning. Everybody wants to gang up. Y'all being mean to me this morning. Stop picking on me, man.
This is the Roach Nicky Nando show, man. Welcome.
You guys just took over my show.
Well,
You know
you've
what?
been off all day. What do you want us to do?
And we're live from the Stephen D. Cockblocker Show. My name is Nikki Smokes. I am the host today. Steven's not with us. He's enjoying his Victory Monday somewhere else. But we got a full show in store for you guys. We got a special guest, Stephen D. Welcome.
What did you think of the fact that Tua didn't play this week, Stephen?
I just want to call out Nikki Smokes because Nikki Smokes thinks he's all smoke and no show. And let me tell you, brother, you don't want to mess with Stephen D when I'm coming down the line, brother.
Wait.
You
What's
get
your
out of
name?
my way. When the train is coming, you get away from the tracks there, son. Don't let it happen.
I am the train. I'm the conductor.
Mr. Conductor. That's what I'm calling you now, Mr. Conductor.
All right, so here's what we're going to do.
Ready to go.
Okay. I'm going to let this thing go till Thursday because I think I need to give these away.
I can't stay on here.
We're going to be on this show till Thursday?
No. What I'm saying is
everybody stretch.
The person who donates the most this week.
Can we take bathroom breaks?
The highest donation this week. Okay. We'll get a chance to get these Club Live tickets. I think that's how we should do it, right, Cameron?
Steven, how many you got?
2.
So it's got to be at least $100, and the second place over $100 gets my 2 club seats for the game Saturday night.
Wow!
Oh, you're in the corner. You're in the corner. The corner.
233.
Club level.
Yep.
Corner club.
Yeah.
Whoa! All right.
That's a sweet deal.
Big deal. Okay, so here's what. So, woo! Awesome. Saturday night. It's got to be over $100. Okay, every donation over 100. The highest 2 donations. Highest donation. It's got to be over 100. Remember, guys, because these are great seats. First place is going to get Club
Live.
There
we go.
You're making me second guess myself. Club Live. 2 tickets to Club Live, section 205. And second place is going to get Corner Club Stone tickets. What are they called? Corner Club Stone? Corner Club tickets? Corner Club tickets, which have they have free food and free drink in there. Nachos, stuff like that. And
Saturday night against the Raiders, 7:00.
All right. Wow. Let's go. And we'll do it all the way through Thursday. Actually, you know what? I'll do it all the way through Friday. We'll do it all the way through Friday.
There we go.
And then I'll announce the winner at the end of Friday's show. That's how we'll do it. All right, let me bring on the next people because there's people in the back here. Lewis. Good morning, Lewis.
Good morning, fellas. How's everybody doing?
Life is good. Morning. Life is good.
Hey, how quickly everybody forgets. This time last year, everybody was telling me what an experienced backup we had. Jacoby Brissett. If everybody remembers, if Tua goes down for 2 or 3 games, we got Jacoby. He's an NFL star. He has. And what did that get us? Teddy Bridgewater is out of here. We should have left his butt behind here in Tampa. There's no way what are we even talking about? Wasn't that the same argument? Where did that experience from Jacoby Brissett get us last year? It got us 0-4.
I feel like when you put Jacoby Brissett behind that offensive line, though, like we were destined to not win a game.
I'll also say the offense that was run last year was geared for Tua skill set and not Jacoby Brissett's skill set.
And what I'm saying, I think you could put Skylar Thompson in any kind of offense, and he would be just as good as Teddy Bridgewater.
Well,
I'm with that. I don't have a problem with that. I'd rather have Skylar as quarterback too and save money from Teddy.
Listen, it's a new coach, new scheme, and you see, it's a different, mindset. Skylar Thompson's been taken, to your point, Steve, snaps with the first. He got out all the snaps in game 1, and it's because if there's a need to plug him in with the starters, in that same game plan, then he's ready to roll.
I hear you. I hear you guys, but the problem is everybody you talk to, the argument is all the NFL experience with Teddy Bridgewater. Well, let me give y'all a little example of what people around the league, not just us, take us out of it, but the NFL, other teams in the league think of Teddy Bridgewater. He was 5-0 with New Orleans. I agree. With a Hall of Fame head coach and a roster that was considered a Super Bowl contender, right? The next year, he left, went to Carolina. They gave him a 3-year, $60 million deal. The next year, they were trading for Sam Darnold. What kind of?
He's not a starter. He's a backup. When you can plug in, he's decent. Like
Really?
if Tua goes down midweek and you just got to randomly plug in Skylar Thompson, are you honestly confident? 'Cause I'm scared.
Absolutely.
I'm terrified mid-game.
I'm more scared of Teddy Bridgewater than I am of Skylar Thompson.
I don't know. I see Teddy Bridgewater coming off the bench, having gone 5-0 against New Orleans, and I think at least he'll be a little bit more prepared. Like we can shift to a little bit more running, pass a little less.
Again, see, we're not talking about whatever. Did Skylar Thompson? I don't care about the 2s and 3s he was playing against. Did the kid look prepared on Saturday night?
Against the 2s and 3s, he looked
played the whole
okay.
game.
Yeah.
Did the kid look poised during
That's
the game?
them preparing him to play the whole game, though. I'm talking about
so-
they're not giving him reps, and then randomly they just go, "Hey, by the way, bro, Tua just went down. You're going in. Get ready to go play the Bills."
Well, that's
Like,
the same thing with any backup quarterback.
I think Teddy's more ready, though. That's my thing.
But I will,
I'm
to
a
your
little bit more
point,
confident
Nando,
in that.
to your point, Nando, I don't think they would be giving him all this playing time and putting all this time and effort into them if they weren't prepared to keep him on the 53.
I think he's going to make it.
But what I will tell you is,
He is going to make it.
And again, I just think this is stupid. There's no point in keeping 3 quarterbacks on a 53-man roster.
Why
I'm
not?
sorry, just
I think there is.
Hey, Steven.
Well, here, how about this, Steven D? You have a quarterback that hasn't finished an entire season since high school football. So what happens if he goes down and then you only have one quarterback on the depth chart and you just cut your 7th-round draft pick that you invested all this time into and knows your system?
Hot take, Tua is playing every game this year.
Okay, great. Teron Armstead's playing every game. Hot take, right?
Exactly.
But what if it doesn't happen? That's why you need 3 quarterbacks on this team.
But
I agree. And actually,
And if Tua plays all 17, hallelujah, you cut someone next year. But until you see that with your own 2 eyes, you're insane to just let a quarterback go.
Gotta be prepared.
You're
That's what I'm saying. Like I'd rather have Teddy to plug
Coach,
in.
you're on mute,
QB2, QB3, Skylar, and he's ready to go.
Good, because I was cussing.
No swear jars for the host.
So let me rephrase. Why isn't it an achievement to actually make it through a season? That is not an achievement. That's a job expectation.
There you go.
That you
bro.
show up to
Talk
work.
him.
And I'll take you one step
I'm with
further.
you, brother, but I'm saying us as Dolphin fans, that's the first win with Tua. I told her I don't need Tua to have 45 touchdowns. I need him to play 17 games. Like you said, that's part of your job. I need to see that happen first.
You know how many seasons Teddy Bridgewater finished? One. One season.
Talk to him, Roach.
One.
It's fine. I don't need Teddy to finish the season. I need Teddy to play at worst case scenario a couple games.
Now, granted, he might have came in like the last 2 weeks of the season and only did 14 games. He still didn't play a whole season, so I'm not counting it.
I like
Andrew
Skylar.
makes a good point. Like if we're going to depend on Teddy or Skylar, whoever it is, taking more than 2 games full of starter snaps,
Yeah, it's looking scary, man.
This season's tank. Like
if Skylar's starting more than 4 games, I'm crying at the Hard Rock, man.
Well, here's the thing. Even if Teddy's starting 4 games,
yeah, it's like, if anyone not named 2 is starting more than 4, it's sad.
Well, yeah, the season's over at that point. I agree. Yep.
But I think our coaches are seeing Skylar like, wow, maybe we actually we got a diamond in the rough right here. That I don't
6'2".
Are we
That's
saying
what you're
that
supposed to get in
every
this arm.
snap of preseason game?
He's
one?
25, man. Like that's my only
25.
thing.
That's he's a year older than Tua.
Hey.
But that's what you're.
Where's
man,
Andrevius
is what
when
it
you
is.
need him? What does Andrevius say? He's Benjamin Button.
Yeah.
He's the oldest
by
player
now,
in the league.
By now, Andrevius
Him and
probably
Tom
thinks
Brady
he's
are a year
318 years
apart.
old.
I'm just saying, even in a world where he's a diamond in the rough and like next year he's decent or whatever, he's 26 at that point.
You know who else was an old quarterback that came in the NFL?
We'd
Kurt
be resigning.
Warner.
Yeah, but his
Warner.
second contract, he'd be 29 years old. Like I'm not.
I'm just saying. Dude's got some rings.
Did you just compare?
I'm comparing people coming into the
Skylar
league.
Thompson.
Oh.
I will
Yes, Roach.
come
Yes,
through
Roach.
here.
Russell
and smack
Wilson
you. I'm gonna
came
smack
in, was
I'm gonna
considered
smack
old.
you, Roach.
I'm gonna love the
Just-
Skylar Thompson movie
just
in a couple
come-
of years, man. It's gonna be a good one.
Are we talking about Skylarneers now? Skylarneers.
See,
Is that what we're
that-
talking about here?
Skyhons.
See, Steven,
Sky
the
high.
problem is you're so used to
Skylar
worshiping
here.
a quarterback. You think that anytime
I'm
somebody
so used
praises
to
a quarterback,
worship. Don't lump
that
me
it's
in
a
with the rest
worship
of
thing.
these fans.
It's
Don't
not.
do-
It is just talking about a guy saying, hey, you know, there's been people before him. You all like to compare Tua. Look at all these quarterbacks that threw interceptions and didn't play all the games. And it started with a bad coach. It's not his fault. Well, look at Skylar. He didn't go and conceive himself
Level 2 noob
25 years ago. People conceived him. It ain't his fault. He's old. It just is what it is, and he's playing.
Hey, Steven, I'm going to back out so other people can get
Hey, Lewis,
on.
I love you, brother.
Listen, I love you guys too. I'm just gonna say this though: the Tuaneers are running scared of Skylar Thompson, boy. Y'all,
whatever. Mute him now.
They are running scared.
Bye, Lewis.
Y'all better hope Teddy B stays on.
Bye, Lewis.
Love you too, Cam. Love you too. Later.
I mean,
right,
realistically, man.
Let's bring on the next person.
Yeah, he had to jump out the window with his hair on fire, didn't he?
Skylanon sounds pretty
Good morning,
solid,
David.
man.
How are you, David? Good morning. Welcome to Clock Blockers.
I think I'm just dumber from that conversation just now.
we're all dumber.
Let me ask you a question. All I want is the same energy that give toward Tua, towards Skylar. That pass, that first touchdown was behind short. It would have been intercepted if number ones were in there. Come on, man. That pass on the sideline at the end of the game that should have been intercepted.
David,
I want the same energy. I want the same energy you get towards Tua to Skylar. I want the same energy.
Tua made the same play against the Patriots week 1, and it actually got intercepted.
But who do you want the energy from, David?
Correct.
Who do you want the energy from? You got to
listen,
you want me to hold Skylar Thompson to the same level I hold Tua? That's never
exactly. Exactly.
It's never going to happen.
I know it's not because people are nuts. That's why.
Wait.
People are nuts. That's why.
So
listen, I believe that's going to be
So we need to make a list of every missed throw.
Skylar is a good person, a good player. He should stay on the team. I'm not saying that, but I want the same energy. I want the same energy that they give for Tua. I want it towards Skylar. You tell me how good he is. You tell me. Okay? If you don't give the same energy, then get out of my face. I don't want to hear it.
You're just repeating it.
So you want me to give Skylar Thompson the same energy that I give to our 5th overall pick?
This is a Skylar News Network, Nikki. Of course, man.
Exactly. If you're going to do that, if you're going to judge, listen.
Look at Dando.
is on.
Wait. So, Nikki, who has more interceptions in practice right now?
Dando.
Network, baby. We're ready to go, bro.
Man, you can't hold him. He's not going to get kicked off. Don't worry. He's not going to get kicked off. Nando has the hat on.
Man.
But David, the problem with what you're saying is
there's always a problem. It's always a problem. All y'all that dislike Tua is always a problem. There's always a problem.
Are you ready to hear? You want to hear what I got to say?
You're going to say about him. So what does it matter?
Well, you brought it up.
But it's the point. You're not going to bring the same energy. You're not going to do it. You're not going to do it.
I will give Tua all the energy in the world. I like Tua. I think he's going to have a great year this year. But that's a crazy take for you to ask me to give Skylar Thompson the same energy as Tua.
No, you give every quarterback in the league the same energy, correct? But no, Tua has to go off. They have to go off on Tua. They have to go off on Tua.
The quarterback of my team.
No. But people are not talking about replacing other quarterbacks. They're talking about replacing Tua with Skylar.
No, we were talking Teddy. What are you talking about?
I don't think anyone. Well, I know people are actually saying that, so I don't.
Okay, so that's the difference. If you're going to rate him as the number one, you need to bring the same energy. Is what I'm saying.
But David,
no one up here is saying he should be the number one quarterback.
No, but I'm not saying that. I'm telling everybody else that is listening that who thinks that.
But you're trying to argue with us.
I ain't scared. Listen, I just like Lewis said that we're scared of Skylar. I ain't scared of Skylar. He's gonna throw that interception just like Tua did. Believe that. Believe that.
594 says, God, David is embarrassing the rest of us saying Tua here.
So, I don't know if you know this, David. Doesn't Skylar only have one interception in practice?
We got porn comments.
I know.
Hey, kick that stuff off. Porn needs to go.
All right, hold on. Let me.
What you say, Roach?
I'm saying Skylar, if I'm correct, I think Skylar only has thrown one interception, and that was right before the Tampa Bay practices in our practice.
Remember who I have on this co-host.
I want the same. What does that have to do with anything? I just told you I want the same energy.
That is the same energy. I'm saying he's thrown less interceptions than Tua.
Okay. Oh,
so,
you thought so.
Am I wrong? Is that a wrong
So I
stat?
have no idea. I haven't looked at it, so I couldn't tell you.
Oh, okay.
So that means you're just as informed
Yeah,
as the
exactly.
people that you're accusing.
So
of.
how can you give it a take
Exactly.
and an
'Cause
opinion
I don't
if you're
watch
not?
Skylar. I watch Tua. It's different. I'm a two and air. Remember, I'm a two and air. I don't watch Skylar because Skylar is fake.
You're a
It's
two
not
and near
real.
who doesn't know how many interceptions Tua threw in practice.
Bon
I
Joe
mean,
says,
I
I'd rather
didn't,
the
you didn't ask me that. You said Skylar.
I mean, I love
my
Tua,
God.
bro. Like, I've got the Tua jersey there, but I still want Skylar to do good. Like,
Yeah, I want them both to do
definitely
good.
want him to do good. I'm not saying that. I just want
Protect
people.
yourself, Nando. Just protect yourself.
I
Nando,
love
at
that
all
hat,
costs.
man. Nano, that hat is awesome, bro.
Dude, I've had
For
some
real.
Bills fans on the show. I definitely had to put on.
But you know what? People are going to make excuses. They're going to say this and they're going to say that. It's fine. I want him on the team. I think he's a good player. Don't get me wrong. I just want the same critique that they give Tua. Because if you want him as a number one, he needs to be critiqued like that. I understand that, but it's people saying it, Steven, is what I'm saying.
So you're upset because he had a couple missed throws in the.
No, I'm not upset. I thought he played well. See, this is the problem with people.
Steven,
just like
or
Tua
David,
listen, just
I'm
like
trying to
2 years ago-
clarify because you are
Listen,
very
just-
confusing because you keep repeating yourself, and I'm trying to understand exactly what you're trying to say.
Obviously, I'm the dumbest person on this panel. Obviously.
That's what
people
you
don't
said.
understand a word I'm saying. Obviously.
I'm wearing the
Obviously,
tinfoil hat,
this is
man. I'm the
like,
dumbest person on the
really?
panel.
If you don't understand what I'm saying, then I don't know what to tell you. Like, I want the same critique.
But David, you're but I guess what I'm not getting is nobody up here is disagreeing. Like, so are you just yelling at the
I'm not
chat?
talking. Then if you agree with that, I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to people who think Skylar should start, is what I'm saying.
David's just talking to the masses.
Okay, well, what do you want to talk
the
about?
man's
preaching.
Is there anything else you have, David? Because we need to go to other people.
No, go ahead, man. Hey, keep that hat on because 2 and ears are coming. The 2 and on's coming. Keep that hat on. So everybody will be safe.
Go ahead.
With that hat on.
So Drew Rosenhaus is Joe Hayden's agent. He says the only way he would sign with the Dolphins is if he was a starter or at least the third corner on the team.
We don't need Joe Hayden, do
Yeah.
Joe,
I don't
Hayden
see that
can
happening.
kick rocks if he.
I mean,
that's what I
they
think.
don't have the cat like they don't.
But we would have to sign him if Byron didn't come back, though. I feel like that would have to be
But that's a
desperate
different
signing.
scenario, and I agree.
Yeah,
with
let's sign him for like 2 weeks. Give him like
Byron needs to get
100,000.
off that pup
All
list.
right, let me go, guys. Let me go, guys, so other people can get on.
All right.
Does anyone know
easy,
the
man.
pup
Yeah,
deadline?
later.
Aaron Wilson reporting Miami Dolphins worked out former Vikings and Bengal corner Mackenzie Alexander. In addition to Riley Texada, Alexander could be a good addition. Has 193 career tackles, 4.5 sacks, 3 interceptions, 32 pass deflections.
Who is Riley Texada?
When do you have to get off the pup list?
I think there's multiple ones. There's 3, 6, and 8 or something.
No,
like
because
that.
if Byron's not off it by I think after the third preseason game, he can't play the first 4 weeks.
I think it's after the second preseason game because
Really?
there's only 3 this year.
Yeah,
we need him off that pup list.
It's got to be 2 weeks before kickoff, and that.
All right, let me bring on the next person here.
Dude, I'm trying to
Triple S
find it.
podcast. Hello, Triple S podcast. Welcome
What's
to the
going
show.
on, guys?
Welcome. Floor is yours. What's up?
So the first thing I want to say, Steven, when you were talking earlier, I don't know if you saw my comment in the comment section, but about Trill Williams, I did have a moment as well when I was watching the game and I saw him in late. And I was like, man, that's kind of weird. I didn't have the immediate thought of he shouldn't be in there per se, but it did kind of strike me as this is a little weird.
I thought that
better than this. I thought he was further along than to be playing this late.
Me too.
Now, obviously, either McDaniel made a mistake and he was in at the wrong time, or he's not, what we've been thinking he is. Because I, like you, thought he was having a great camp, but maybe that's not exactly the case. So that's the first thing I wanted to kind of bring up. Other than that, I'm trying to think what else you guys were talking about.
What do you think about Shaheen failing his physical
He's a
and being
bum.
like returned, like
it is what it is. It would have been nice
like
to
a
get the
moldy
pick
piece
swap.
of a loaf of bread, just returned.
It's unfortunate. The pick swap would have been nice, but at the end of the day, we're going to cut him all the same. So
Was he on the sidelines on Saturday night?
No, he was still putting his clothes back in his dresser in Miami.
He
You still
Imagine
unpack
how
it?
awkward
Definitely
that
awkward.
is.
Yeah, I gotta go back in the locker room, and you're like, "Hey, bro, you're in my locker."
You think he like? Dang.
Skylar showed.
He just
Clutch Line said Skylar showed more flashes in a preseason game than Tua has in his entire career.
Okay.
Wow.
Okay. So Steven,
that's a hot ass take.
So
Actually,
Steven, let me rip on the whole
dirty
Skylar.
garbage
Just
Don't
reminded
do
me.
it, Rose.
Hot, dirty
Rose,
garbage
don't.
take.
I hope it was
Put,
real.
don't think Mando put his hat back on, bro.
I'll say this:
We're gonna have to, Nick.
I had more jump off the couch moments watching Skylar play than I have with Tua in a Dolphin uniform. In an Alabama uniform,
Hold on.
I can't say that.
In your rambling,
let me rip on the
incoherent
whole Skylar
response,
issue. Okay,
were you even close to anything that could
You
be
love this
considered a
soundbite,
rational thought? Everyone in this room is now dumber for having listened to it.
Paid $5 for that.
I award you no points,
Tip of the
and
cap
may
to
God
you.
have mercy on your soul.
Yeah. Clutch Line, I appreciate the donation. But to have a take like that,
What take?
that
What
he
we just
showed more
saw.
flashes. He showed
So,
more
Steven,
flashes. In
how
a
many
preseason
times
game
have you
than
jumped
Tua
off
has
the
in his entire
couch?
career.
Yeah,
So,
in a
Steven-
Dolphins uniform. How many times you jumped off the couch for Tua after he did something like, "Oh my god"?
Arizona game.
Kansas City
had
game.
Had a couple
Couple
nice
times at
big
Hard Rock.
throws.
Kansas City game?
Remember, you're getting low on games right now because he hasn't finished the season yet.
But we already are past the point that
And
one
A
stupid
couple times last year at
preseason
Hard
game.
Rock, I got
Right.
amped up.
And I'm saying, like, Skylar had me jumping off the couch like 4 times in this game.
No,
So
Tua
you're
had me
saying
hype
you
on
haven't
his run
jumped off
against the
couch-
Patriots.
You haven't jumped off the couch more than 4 times into his career, Roach?
Not for Tua. Not because
I have.
Tua has
I
not
have
made
not.
me
No
jump
way.
for.
as much as I want
Against a
Skylar
bunch of
Thompson to
public bad
succeed,
boys.
I did not jump off my couch
And-
a single time against the third stringers.
and-
Like it was nice seeing Skylar Thompson throw. That was like cool. Thanks, Skylar.
I did jump off the couch when he missed the field goal.
Yeah,
I was
I was
pumped.
jumping when the Dolphins won the first half, and I cashed out.
When you
my
won your
bet,
bet, that's why you
Yeah.
jumped off the couch, because you
Sammy
won your bet
Guavin?
that you thought was bad. Sammy Guavin, son.
I
That's
am
my
a
guy.
hey, Magoda Valoa. I am a casual. We're all casuals.
Yeah, we don't work for the team.
Like,
Go ahead, Triple S. Go ahead, Triple S.
Okay, yeah, thank you. So the other thing I wanted to, you guys just reminded me about Skylar. So I think I was on Larry's show last week, and the same similar topic came up of if Skylar continues to play the way he is, do you keep him on the 53 and cut Teddy? Do you keep 3 on the 53? Do you keep Teddy? What do you do about it? And I'm kind of divided. What I said then is that I think even if Skylar plays well, even if he's marginally better than Teddy, I think you still keep Teddy because of that experience that we talked about before. I don't think you keep 3. But I think you try to protect him on the practice squad if you can, if he makes it there. But I think the fact that he hasn't played in any legitimate games, like think about how you'd feel. It's week 14, we're in the hunt or we're holding on to that 5th or 6th playoff spot, and Tua goes down. He's going to be out for 2 games. You look to your backup and it's Teddy versus you look to your backup and it's Skylar. Personally, me, late in the season, I want to go to the guy who's played before, who's been, in the NFL, had success before, rather than a guy who hasn't, personally. So I think with Skylar, he'd have to really do an incredible job in these next 2 weeks to feel like that experience isn't worth the talent difference. But as of right now, I think you keep Teddy, but that could change.
Well, I'm a gambler. I like the element of surprise. I feel like we know what we're getting with Teddy B. Hand off, here, throw here or there. What if Skylar just comes out here and he just starts slinging the thing, and it's like, holy crap.
What if he's way worse than Teddy? And what if he's way worse than Teddy?
Got a hedge, Nick.
It is what it is. Either way, you're screwed if those guys are playing.
Yeah, because we're already gambling on Tua.
I think Teddy's floor is a lot higher than Skylar's is, which is what I would bet on personally at this point. But if Skylar can show us a higher ceiling, it's probably going to be Skylar's. But we have to see just how, like, if he could show us a little bit more how high that can be.
Higher than Teddy's?
I would say so.
He has the opportunity.
Well, we know Teddy's ceiling. He has
the opportunity to have a higher ceiling than Teddy.
Right.
I'm not saying that it is higher.
Yeah,
right.
For sure,
that's
let's be
fair,
real.
Steven.
Skylar Thompson is praying he has Teddy Bridgewater's career right now. He's a 7th round pick.
Yeah,
like
of course.
Like we can't knock on Teddy too much. Like he's a guy who's had 60-something career starts. Like,
well, Teddy
he's a guy.
before Teddy got hurt, Teddy was a really good quarterback.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like,
but that's not who Teddy is now, though.
With some
Like,
confidence in the right situation.
They signed Teddy Bridgewater to a 3-year deal and traded for Sam Darnold the next year, and Sam Darnold's probably the worst quarterback in the league.
And he's only averaged a 65 completion percentage.
I agree, Nicky.
Oh, don't talk about completion percentage because Tuanon will get up here.
Why? What's wrong with his completion percentage?
Dude, I'm protected,
saying,
bro.
That's the one thing Tuanon leans their hat on is his completion percentage. He has the highest completion percentage.
You guys have to worry. I'm good to go, man. We're safe. We're safe on this end.
Nando's like, I'm good. Y'all aren't. I'm good though. All right, Triple S. Anything else before I let you go, man? I want to get these other people on.
No, man, you're all good. Keep doing your thing. Much love, much respect.
Love you, man. Appreciate it, man. Be good.
You too.
All right, Miami Sports Music's #1 Miami fan morning show, CLOCKBLOCKERS. Cameron 954 was just hopping in for a few minutes. He actually has to go do some stuff. So, Cameron, thank you for coming on this morning, bro.
Appreciate you guys. Good to see y'all, man. Good to chop it up. Look forward to this.
Thank you for the donation of the tickets. One more time. The top 2 donations this week, as long as they are over $100, first place will win 2 Club Live tickets, which I'm super excited about. And then second place will win 2 corner in zone suite tickets, courtesy of Cameron 954. And first place is courtesy of Jamie Bahamas, just so y'all know. So Jamie Bahamas and Cameron 954 of Miami Sports, they are courtesy of Miami Sports Music.
There you go.
They are both affiliated with Miami Sports Music, so I love it.
Have a good rest of the show, man. Steven, don't get beat up too much for your birthday here today.
I know, right? God, they're so mean to me. All right, man. Love you, brother. Be good, man.
Today's an off day, right?
No, not for me.
No, for the Dolphins.
Yeah, today's an off day. All right, let's go to the next. Who else do we have here? Guy. Is this Sharif?
Yes, it is. Good morning, guys. No, man, I fell off my bed, man. I was like, oh, well, we got this cornerback, Unguy. Might as well call him Unguy Monogamy at this point.
Oh, you're talking about my quote today, Unguy. Yes, I appreciate that.
Sharif, did you watch the Field of Dreams game?
No.
For baseball?
No.
That was pretty cool.
But you was trying to build up to a take?
No, I was curious if you watched it. I know you talk baseball. I'm trying to relate to you. I'm trying to build rapport, man.
Okay, but we're not talking about that, Roach. We're talking. I want to get Sharif's takes. Sharif, give me your takes from this weekend.
Well, I will say, of course, Steven, Roach, you know I'm a passionate I'm a Marlins fan. I'm kind of disappointed, man. We cannot score runs through a wet paper bag.
We're not talking baseball. We're here to talk.
We're not talking baseball. Roach, you brought up baseball. Now we're going to talk baseball.
I know who are. I know our
Dolphins. Now. We're not talking about cutting down to 85. Does anyone know? First of all, it's an honor to be on this panel with all of you guys. But isn't the cut down at 10 p.m. last night, or correct me if I'm wrong, cut down to 85?
Cut down to 85, I thought, is after on Tuesday. It's Tuesday. Cut down to 85.
Oh, it's Tuesday.
Yeah.
So, well, why would they? They were announcing that cut down was the end of Sunday night, but that's why I thought that
it's Tuesday. I think it's Tuesday at 4 p.m. if I'm correct.
Well, when you think of it in that aspect, this is why the Trill Williams needs to play, because I believe it or not, you may think that he's not a threat to be on that 85. Well, now he's solidified himself to be on that 5 who will be cut, because we don't need a guy who will be out 9 months. But my thing is, this is why he needed to play in the fourth quarter. This is why Jalen Phillips, played, and he needs his snaps. But it's different for other guys like Trill Williams and Keon.
Good point.
They need to play because it's 85 next week. It's down to 75, right? Or 65. So next week is a freaking big week, and Tua cannot take snaps away from guys who need to make this team. So one series is good for me. I'm not going to judge the running game, but what I do like, because it's all second team O-line, but what I do like is the scheme. I don't know if you guys seen Brian Baldinger. He's already loving what we're doing from a scheme standpoint.
I was saying that earlier, that Brian Baldinger was on social media pumping up our O-line, that it was absolutely phenomenal and it was great.
And Steven, haven't I been talking about it for the last
But he's talking about 3 plays. Like, he showed 3 plays. I want to say the others were garbage.
Bro, we had 45 rushing yards. Our O-line was not as good.
I know. Like, he was pumping them up like they were this great thing, and I'm like, you're pumping up.
I think he liked the scheme. Of
the concepts, yeah.
And see what is happening, and at the end of what my comment here, it's going to be with a trade and why this person can't make this team. But when I looked at McDaniel a few months ago, guys, before he was signed to this team as a head coach, what I saw was use check, right? Either strong side I formation or weak side I formation or I formation. But the main thing is Juszczyk has taken on that middle linebacker of the opposite team, or clearing that way out. And then this is why Gaskin got that big run. My thing is the scheme is being implemented. Ethan Carthon doesn't know what the hell he's doing at fullback. This is why he won't make this team. But this, you saw in the schemes, once you get a motion with Gesicki would put himself in 2 great positions in that running game, where he did block actually, and he did get to the second level, but he got meshed in after that, But the thing is, he did his job enough. So the scheme has been implemented, as Brian Balding has been saying. It's really I formation. You motion to see what the front 7 will do, or you move the fullback to strong side or weak side. And I love it because what'll happen is that's going to be Tyreek and Waddle. Now, we're daring you to either play single high, right? Because you're going to bring down that 8 in the box, or be stupid enough to bring down 8 in the box with Tyreek and Waddle. And then what's going to happen is our play action fake. At that point, it's not Skylar, it's Tua with Tyreek and Waddle. It's going to be bigger plays than what we've seen with Bowden. It's going to be huge plays down the field. So, number 1, teams are not going to dare go single high. Number 2, they're not dare going to bring 8 in the box with that. So, what is promising to me is what Tua and Tyreek and Waddle can do, because you cannot bracket 2 people with just 11 defenders. So I don't know what the hell the defensive coordinator is going to do. You can't single high us, and you can't bring 8 in the box. What you guys take? I'm going to let someone else come in, Steven. Thank you.
Thank you, Sharif. I appreciate it. You guys want to answer that? Why I figure out who that's going to be?
I'm good.
Nando, Nikki.
It was
a long-winded. We love Sharif. Sharif's from the Bahamas. Okay,
it is gonna be Sharif. It's gonna be fun seeing the offense unfold, man. And I think with the starters and actually competent players running the concepts that McDaniel's been implementing in the preseason. There we go, Sharif.
Steven, I thought you were trending on Twitter, but it says S. Daniels is trending. I click on it, it's Stormy Daniels.
Oh, of course.
Oh.
You should still take a screenshot for Twitter.
Real close.
It said S. Daniels. I thought it was you.
Andrevius. Hello, Andrevius.
First of all, this is not Andrevius.
Oh, who's this?
Second of all,
who's this?
This is definitely not Teddy Two Gloves. But
Not
what I'm
Teddy
here to
Two
tell you,
is this Skylar?
Skylar Thompson is not taking my job. I just want you guys to know that you all have been.
This is Tua.
You all have been arguing. No. This is a representative for Teddy Two Gloves, but I'm not Teddy Two Gloves. I'm just
okay. You're representing Teddy Bridgewater. I understand.
Yes. Listen, I've only heard part of the show today, and you guys have been hyping up for a 4 field goal performance, which I've heard you guys cry about 3,000 times on this same show. I just want you to know, Skylar Thompson, while he was pretty good, he wasn't that damn impressive. I'm just gonna come out and say it. Like, he didn't do anything that blew my socks off. It's my job. I mean, it's Teddy's job. It's Teddy's job to be QB2. Get over it. And all you guys, if we put him on practice squad, somebody there's not 1,000 teams lined up to get Skylar Thompson. I'm sorry to tell you guys. I'm sorry to break it to you. There's not some big line of people waiting to snatch this 7th round guy off of us.
Wow.
Nikki, what did you say, Nikki?
How long is it Teddy Bridgewater line? Or the thing I said before that?
It's about as long as the Skylar Thompson line. I don't think there's a line for either of us.
So how do you guys do you guys look at preseason football as comparing it to regular season football? Because I look at when I'm watching the preseason game, I'm not like, oh my God, we got to score here to get the win. I'm watching as knowing, okay, right now the coaches want to see this. They might actually be like, hey, we want to see this guy catch in this situation in a 2-minute drill.
I'm not with you, Roach.
And so they're constant.
I bet on the game. So like,
yeah. I don't bet on the game, but I'm like, but
so
do you guys get what I'm saying? Like the coach is trying
to score touchdowns because it's the preseason. Is that what you are theorizing right now?
No, what I'm saying is that they're giving certain players looks in certain situations that they normally wouldn't get a look in, but they need to evaluate and see what they have, and this is their time to do it. Where if it was an actual game on the line, those players wouldn't even be in the game. Skylar would have been throwing with the ones in a real game. And that means
Skylar wouldn't be throwing with anybody in a real game.
I'm saying if he's in, that's who he's throwing with in a real game, not the 2s and 3s. So by trying to lump them all together,
well, he is a 2 and
they're
a 3.
not the same game, is what I'm saying.
It all depends if Nikki bet the over or the under. That's
but does what I'm saying that make sense to anybody else but
no,
Teddy?
It does not. It does not.
No? Well, I'm delusional too then.
Can we play a game real quick, Steven?
No, I get what you're saying.
Go ahead.
All right. I want everyone to close their eyes for a second. Pretend you're at a football game or whatever. You watch it go down. I'm going to read you these stats, right? And then I want you to guess which quarterback had these numbers. Okay.
I'm ready.
First one. 27 of 37, 329 yards, 4 touchdowns, 0 interceptions.
Skylar Thompson.
Reed Sinnett.
No. They're not Dolphin players. Not Dolphin players.
Is this
so that wasn't Skylar Thompson?
Week 1? Is this from this past
This is
week?
just any NFL game. I just want you to think about.
Can you give us a reference point? Did this happen last year? Did this happen?
Dude, I just said a quarterback threw 329 yards and 4 touchdowns. There's not many quarterbacks that could do that.
Aaron Rodgers.
No.
Tua Tagovailoa against the Jacksonville Jaguars. No.
Josh Allen.
Yes. Josh Allen's the correct answer.
There we go.
All right, ready? 33 of 44, 378 yards, 3 touchdowns, no interceptions.
Mac Jones.
No.
Kirk Cousins.
No.
Damn it.
I'm trying to think of somebody who I wouldn't normally think of.
Jimmy Garoppolo.
No.
Damn.
It's you shouldn't do that, Roach.
Teddy Bridgewater.
No.
Mahomes.
Yes. All right. Now, 20 of 28, 218 yards, 1 touchdown.
Tua.
You all just said Tua, right? That's Skylar Thompson.
No, that's Skylar Thompson. It's Skylar Thompson.
He had a Tua game. I said 208 yards, 1 touchdown. Everyone on the panel said Tua.
Wait. I didn't answer.
Everyone said Tua.
But Roach,
no,
everybody
I knew it
but
was
Roach.
Skylar because I have the box score memorized because I'm like this. Everybody's acting like he was so amazing. It was not that amazing.
Hey, you got
It's not that it was amazing.
Good.
It's that in the situations, I felt like he stepped up in his situation.
You could have asked me for my credit card number right there. I would have given it to you, man.
So if you take Tua, who's a number 1 round, 5th pick, and you take a 7th round, and the 7th round is performing at that same level, what does that tell you? If we're going by that thinking. Just saying. Means that either somebody's not playing up to their draft position or somebody is overachieving.
Or
either way, it don't look good for Tua, is what I'm saying.
That was
I think it looks really good for Tua this year.
I think it looks great for
this
Tua.
team
I
looks
think
great.
Roach
The team looks great for
overanalyzing.
Tua. No, you're misunderstanding. I'm taking what he just said and using it as an example to prove a point that it doesn't really matter.
I hear what Roach.
No, I get what you're saying, Roach, but what I feel like what Nikki Smokes was saying, I don't really want to speak for him, but it's like you all talk about how mid Tua is and how Skylar's coming for his job, but if he just drops the box score, you're like, oh, that's a mid Tua performance, and it's like, okay, so shut up.
No, see, I think Skylar's going for Teddy's job. and in a year or two, maybe Tua's.
In a year or two, he'll be 78,000 years old.
And Tua would have won us a Super Bowl by then.
What I'm saying is, it doesn't mean he has to be on our team, Steven.
Nando, I don't know if you might want to you might want to put on your protection for that. I mean, in 2 or 3 years, Tua might have us a Super Bowl,
and that's great.
Or Lamar Jackson.
But for him to be successful,
you know what I've been hearing a lot on these platforms lately.
Dude, Lamar Jackson will be a Dolphin next year.
You have to win with the quarterback on their rookie contract.
Jackson will be
taking handoffs from Tua.
running
back. Do not call Lamar Jackson.
Dude, can you imagine if Tua was handing off the ball to Lamar Jackson and how explosive our offense would be? That'd be amazing. Mike McDaniel would scheme up the best running lanes for Lamar Jackson.
Oh my God.
2,000 yards rushing.
We could do a flea flicker.
Freaking crazy.
All right. Andrevius, anything else?
Statue of Liberty.
Now you've gotten this panel in a ruffle.
Damn it. What was I just saying? I lost track of what I was saying.
I know, because now let's just take a David nonsense take.
But how do people in the chat take anything we said that's saying that Skylar is ready to take on Tua? I don't think anybody here has said that.
Well, maybe not today, Roach, because I missed most of the show today. But I've been Roach. We're on this show every day.
Yeah.
We know what people say.
The #1 Miami fan morning show.
We're on this show every day. They say every day Skylar's
But I'm saying
Skylar's going to be the guy, and I'm just
they're
like,
coming at the panel like we're saying that, and that's not what anybody up here said. We're debating.
I'm saying it. I mean, yeah.
So you're saying that Skylar's better than Tua?
I'm saying Skylar's definitely not better than me. Teddy Two Gloves.
Well, Brissett thought he was #1 too. He said it. He's not a backup.
He was #1 in our hearts, and that's all that really matters. In Pete's heart, at least. All right, y'all have a good one. I just wanted to come in and drop some bullshit.
I was just messing with you, David. All right, be easy, man.
No, Indeed, real quick. Go on my Twitter page. Just it's hilarious. Look what Jalen Waddle was doing against the Patriots. They had him mic'd up.
The whistling.
Bro, this man is whistling at Tua to get the ball, bro. Like it's so disrespectful. I've never seen.
Oh my God! And they made him sit in the back of that Uber too.
It's legendary.
A while back, and he was throwing parties that nobody went to.
I don't even think you can
Tua
was throwing parties.
Yeah, you don't remember that? And they asked him. Remember that, Steven? They asked the question. I was like, wait, nobody goes. They were like, so you throw barbecues at your house? And they're like, what do you do at the barbecues? He's like, either he's doing something illegal or that it's a fake barbecue. It never happened.
It's like draft day all over again.
Yep.
I love the whistling though, man. I don't even think Tua can hear him. I think that just throws off the corner.
All right, real quick. I got people in the back room here. Okay. You can't talk to people like that.
The 1, 2, 3.
Oh goodness!
4.
Can you hear me, Steven?
Yep. It's all you. Apps. Floor is yours.
COVID brings out the worst in me. I'm sorry.
I know what people were. I know what you were talking about. You were saying that Skylar's an old guy. One's 24, one's 25. They're less than a year apart. I mean, come on, bro. But anyways, I'm not gonna sit here and talk about Tua and what I believe in Tua because I don't believe in Tua, whatever. But I'm gonna tell you the Skylar Teddy Bridgewater situation right now. Steven, you're interviewing 2 people for a job, okay? One has experience, one doesn't. You give them a 30-day trial. One's completely outperforming the other. Does have experience. Who are you going to hire, Steven?
The one who's performing well after 30 days.
Skylar Thompson. Conversation over.
And one costs you $10 million more.
Conversation over. He's been outperforming him in camp. He's outperforming him in preseason because we haven't even seen Teddy play. Back tightness, that sounds like BS. Back tightness? Okay.
I did say that sounded very...
All right, so let's be honest here, okay? He's outperforming him in camp. He's outperforming him in every other way. We know what Teddy has. We know what he's capable of. He has 6 blown knees. I mean, it's not like we know how far Teddy can go. So I don't even see a conversation in the realm that we keep Teddy over Skylar when Skylar is winning the job. Now, whether
really,
Skylar
Roach?
What?
No. Now,
he left you speechless. I didn't see you replying.
Skylar will take Tua's job. No, I don't think that. I've been trolling on that. But yeah, they're going to start Tua no matter what. I know that. And I know that for a fact. And I believe we'll start 0-4. But that's besides the point.
Roach, Roach, 1, 2, 3, 4. Have some faith.
Faith in Tua. The reason we didn't have any bad snaps last night, Steven, is because we had a 6'3", 218-pound quarterback back there, a gunslinger.
You think 2 inches made the difference, man? I don't know, bro. I think Michael Dean over Connor Williams.
Hey, Nando, I will
You said you think 2 inches made the difference?
I don't know. I saw that touchdown in the back of the end zone.
Yes, I do, Nando, and I do also believe that Skylar Thompson's more mentally stable than Tua. I think he's more hungrier than Tua. I think he's everything Tua is not.
Epps,
he's
I'm not going to play the
You guys
take
can
again,
sit
but
here
let me
and
tell
lay
you,
you guys can see
that's a wild take, Hoss.
You can lay in
That's
your
a
Tua
wild
sheets all
take.
you want, but you guys are going to be screaming for Skylar by week 4. I promise.
I will not be.
What are you going to be
I'm
doing?
screaming for Skylar week 4, man. My season's over.
Our season's already
Epps,
over.
I love you. I love you, Epps. But that's a wild take, Hoss.
I'm telling
That's
you,
a wild take.
and the whole Trill Williams take, man, that's ridiculous too, man. People are
How
going
are
to
you
get
going
hurt.
to say that my
I'm
take's
gonna tell you, man, people are
wild?
going to get hurt, man.
Do you hear yourself, Epps? You were sitting here with a straight face telling me that we as a Dolphins fan base are going to be pounding on the table for Skylar Thompson come week 4. Are you crazy?
Man. This world is so soft.
Depends on how the first 3 weeks go, Steven.
This world's so soft that Tua's scared to play one series in preseason. That's pathetic, dude. Patty Mahomes is out there slinging.
He said Patty Mahomes, cuz. He said Patty Mahomes, cuz.
Bro. So how can we even compare Skylar to Tua this season when Tua he won't even play?
Smart, Nando. Smart. Very smart, Nando.
He has a point. Zach Wilson was out there.
I don't know what
Trevor Lawrence was out there.
He has one, but
Trey
I've
Lance
yet to
went out
find
there
it.
slinging it too. You can put your tinfoil hat on all you want. These are the facts, Nando. This isn't.
The facts are that Skylar Thompson, 7th rounder, Kansas State UB, 25 years old, is hungrier, more talented than Tua Tagovailoa. That's the facts that will be pounding the table for Skylar Thompson. Give me him by week 5. I need him for the Jets. No way, bro.
Whoa! I did not say more talented.
You said,
yes, you did.
No,
That's exactly what you just said,
mentally
Epps.
stable. I said more mentally stable and more prepared.
More mentally stable, bigger, more accurate. Might as well just say he's more talented, bro.
I've never said more accurate. You're putting words in my mouth, Nando. Come on, bro. You're not talking to David, man. Come on, bro. Hey, listen.
David's steak is better than yours this morning, cuz.
I don't know about that, dude.
I'm going to tell you straight up, man. Listen. Tua, we have been talking about this Tua stuff for 3 years, man. For 3 years. Okay? Whatever. Whether you believe in Tua or not, the guy's starting this year. That's besides the point.
If that happens, the world we have fallen.
But you understand, we play New England, we play Buffalo, we play Cincinnati. There's a good chance we start 0-4, Steven. I've been saying it for a long time.
Good
There's
chance?
A very good chance. We could not run the ball.
Sorry.
Skylar was our leading rusher. Run the ball.
Yeah, it's a totally different offense.
Hey, let me guess. It's all preseason. It's just third stringers. Blah, 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 blah.
What else is it? Did you see a starter out there?
You can't have takes like this no
I'm
more.
just saying, what's the point of preseason?
Are those guys playing
You're
the first 4 weeks?
Nicky Smokes was an hour ago, and even Nicky's kind of cringing with some of these takes.
I'm not saying start Skylar over
No, it's just
Tua.
the static in my headphones is what's getting to me.
No, it's Epps' mic. Or Epps lives in the middle of nowhere, and so
but look. Do you hear how upset he is? We have a playoff game in 22 years. This is what this team does to people.
That's the last playoff game we won.
You're a victim.
2000, December 19th.
So what you're saying, Epps, is you have PTSD, and that's what this is.
No, I'm just tired of this soft Tua bullshit.
Swear jar, Epps. Swear jar.
Let's cuddle Tua. Let's put him in sheets. Let's rub his head, feed him grapes. I mean, this is pathetic.
Who said anything about feeding that man grapes?
Y'all feeded him something. This fan base is.
Listen, all right, Tua
might not be
playing
grapes.
series. You know why Tua should be playing a series? Because Tua has not proven that he is a great 5th overall pick quarterback yet. He needs to be out there and getting reps. Now, let me tell you something. Did Skylar go out there last night prepared? Absolutely. He went out there prepared. The offensive line did not play good, and he still made it happen. And let me tell you something. Bowden, oh, he was wide open. Anybody could have thrown that. No. Skylar went through his progressions. Lynn Bowden cooked that guy on a post, and it was a dart.
A little underthrown.
All right, Epps. Epps, your mic is bad. You need to call Alex to get a better.
It's only when he raises his voice. His mic is peaking.
No, it's because I have the AirPods in. That's why the AirPods never work good on.
See, that's why, because it's an Apple product and Apple's crapple.
I don't know why.
Get Android. Get Android, son.
No,
that's the worst take I've heard all day.
What? The Apple
actually, yeah.
Android.
You actually recommending people that is actually doing a disservice.
I yell a lot, but what I'm saying is I know Tua is starting, and I believe that
Level
Tua
2 noob wants to know, can he get some grapes? He likes grapes.
I believe Tua can be good this
go
year.
hook up with a Tua near.
Hey, Solo D says that the static is making the rant better. And,
listen,
he says 1, 2, 3 is snapping. Solo D's got your back, bro. I mean, at least with how you're going about it.
This is what I'm saying. All I'm saying is I know Tua is starting,
I love the passion.
and I do believe Tua can be good. But can he stay healthy? There's so many concerns with Tua. That's the problem.
And you want him to do good.
And I want him to do good. The same concerns are with Teddy, though. This guy's more injury prone than Tua.
And actually, Flipside Fishing has a good point. It's the Tuaneers who are scared. We're not overexcited. They're just scared.
Who cares if Tua goes out there? Okay, he does great. Skylar sits on the bench. Who cares? If Tua goes out there and he fumbles and he flops and Skylar comes in, have a shot of something. If Teddy comes in, we know what we're gonna have.
JD says, okay, I'll get to that after we finish with them. I'll come back to that, JD.
As far as Trill Williams goes, injuries happen, Steven. It's preseason. You can't avoid it. And as far as Noah Igbenogany goes, cut him. We're wasting our money and time with him.
Well, hey, as much as I agree with that, I mean, we need depth right now, and
yeah, we need to sign somebody. There's Richard Sherman.
He gives you liability.
There's so many people out there I can't even think off the top of my head. There's Xavier Rhodes is out there.
You love the name Texada.
There's a lot of free agent corners out there. We can easily sign a free agent.
I have a new project I'm going to make. I'm going to get every shot of Noah on screen from the game. For every tackle that he just stood there and watched somebody else make the tackle.
He got cooked, man, on slants. He got cooked on slants. He got cooked on everything, man. He just doesn't have any kind of football awareness. He has the speed. He has the athleticism. He has the strength. He just can't put it in his mind mentally. I don't know what it is with Noah. I don't know how to fix it.
I don't think he likes playing defense. I think he was forced to change his position, and he's like...
So I don't know what the problem is with
Noah.
He's
not in it.
I just know that we're wasting our money and time. There's at least 20 free agent cornerbacks.
Clutch line says Skylar's going to pull a Justin Herbert after Tua gets benched week 3.
Oh,
listen here. We don't know if Tua's going to. Now, I'm not saying Tua.
Would you be upset with that, though, Steven? Would that hurt you?
Yes, I would be upset. I would be upset because
I'm just sad that I'm entertaining these.
So, Steven,
ideas.
If Skylar turns out to be the guy, isn't that a good thing?
Yeah, I don't care who's the quarterback.
We have him on a 4-year contract. So yeah.
Well, me and Steven had a disagreement on this. He don't even think the best guy should start. It's automatically Tua. He said
I never said that.
Yes, you did. Yes, you did.
You
did. When we first signed Teddy, we were debating what if Teddy outperforms Tua.
He's not going to.
And you said it doesn't matter if he outperforms him. Tua's the starter.
I was right then, and I'm right now.
Steven, let me ask you this:
So,
what if Tua does play a series in the Raiders preseason game? What if he does and he throws 2 interceptions? He just plays terrible.
A-series?
Just plays terrible against, how Nando says, just preseason against.
Everybody raise your hand if you think that Tua's not the best quarterback currently on the squad.
That's not what we meant.
Don't worry, I'll wait.
What we're saying is the best player starts, Steven. It doesn't matter. But the point is,
am
I a Tua-neer?
Yes, Steven.
Am I a Tua-neer?
The past 2 weeks, you become a Tua-neer.
I am not a Tua-neer.
Last month.
I am a Dolphins fan.
Ask the chat. Vote. Ask the chat. Do a vote.
I am not a Tua-neer.
Do a poll vote. Do a poll vote.
Is Steven a Tua-neer?
Yes, you are.
You ain't gonna want to do it.
But here's the point. I like Tua, man. I love the kid.
It's going to backfire on you, Steven.
I want this kid to do good, but I'm saying if you see Skylar completely doing better than Teddy in every way, why would
let me log into YouTube and vote
Teddy
for this?
Over Skylar? Why?
No, your vote doesn't count, Coach. No mail-in votes.
Hey, do you want me to give you a thumbs up while I'm in there?
Say what?
You want a thumbs up while I'm in there?
My whole point with the Skylar Teddy thing is, if Skylar's outperforming Teddy in every way, almost doing as good as Tua, why would you keep Teddy over Skylar? In what world would you do that?
Okay.
It doesn't make sense.
Apps, I got other people, Apps.
All right. Hey, and Nikki Smokes, I just subscribed to your show. It's an honor to be up here with you, bud. You're a beast. Nando,
appreciate that, brother.
Also an honor. You're a beast. Nikki, you are the biggest beast, though, because I love you. I love all your Twitter, everything, man. You're awesome, bro.
Appreciate that, though.
And, what about me?
Steven, man, I'm subscribed to you, bro. I pay money to you, man.
Hey, man, if you want to subscribe to me too, bro.
I pay rent, bro.
You want to subscribe? It's free, too.
Roach, man, hey.
Yo.
Condolences, brother, man. My prayers, bro. I love you, bro.
Thank you, man.
You guys all have a blessed day, and I love all you guys.
I'm playing this song for you real quick, Apps.
So,
because you know what time it is? It's Tua time.
Hey, Apps, you got goats?
Yeah, I got.
You ever done that thing where you go head to head and you fight the goat? We need you to get a Dolphin uniform on and go against the goat.
And Solo D out there, I tell him I can't wait to hear some of his hot tracks coming out, man. I know
Solo D's listening right now. That's why he said play Tua time.
And one of his
Tua time.
Honestly, one of my favorite joints you ever did was that Jacksonville one that you did with about Gardner Minshew. That was fire, bro.
How do we get a Skylar song? Skylar has to light it up.
Skylar, I don't know. Solo D's gonna do a Skylar Thompson song.
Hey, you can do
Skylar time, all the time.
You can do a lot of bars with Sky. I'm just saying.
I'm just telling you, y'all are gonna be waiting for years if you're waiting for the Skylar Thompson track to come up by Solo D.
The show is great. It's an honor to be up here with all these great people, man. Phins up.
All I know.
All we know is that, hey, let's hope that this season starts off good, man, because we need to win the first. We need to win it.
First game's most important.
We need to be 2-2 at least.
And then, hey, Epps, I want you when we start out 1-0 to come up here and say, Steven, I apologize for having an 0-4
I will.
Steven, just wait till week 1 when Tua throws a long ball and the thing hovers longer than a UFO and it gets intercepted.
Y'all gonna see a 2-and-E.
I have no problem shoving my foot in my mouth because I've done it for years.
Yeah.
All right,
man. Be easy, buddy.
All
right, Stephen D. I got to run too. Thank you for having me on, brother.
All right, man. You can't wait 30 more minutes, Nikki?
Dude, I got to go at 11:30. I got to go to the gym. If I don't get it done now, I would never will.
Oh, you're leaving us
Nikki
to go play in May. You're leaving us to go claim
I'm 225 right now. I'm the biggest I've ever been. Like, if I don't stay on schedule,
bro, what you think's gonna happen this year, bro?
If you don't do it, dude, I'm at 250, man. Don't get there.
You're gonna eat at all these good tailgates this year?
I mean,
just saying.
Sundays are my cheat day. You know, I mean, I can't help myself on Sunday. That's why I got to get to the gym.
Appreciate it, Nikki. Hey, Nikki, tell the people where they can find you.
The Smoke Show on YouTube, bro. Type it in, subscribe, be there. I'm live Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 5 to 6 p.m. So that's tonight. Tonight, I'm going to be giving away 2 preseason tickets to the game tonight. But I have to hit 500 subscribers. If I don't hit 500 subscribers by tonight, I can't give them away. I'm sorry. But if you guys get me there, I want to give them to you. Free parking pass. Anything that you need, it will be taken care of in comp tonight, 5 p.m. on The Smoke Show. And then you can always check me out on Twitter at Nicky Smoke.
Shout out to you, Nikki. Love you, brother.
Appreciate you. Love you too, bro. Bye, guys.
Easy, man. See you next week. All right, Nando, you're going to stay and hang out with me, right? You're going to finish the show. Roach, you're hanging out with me, right?
Man. We got 2 guys, Syracuse fans in here, man.
I know.
Ooh, let's ride.
Yeah, well, boo.
Trill was on Syracuse. What are you booing?
I know, man.
Anyways,
no terpenes over here.
Hello, Pamela.
Choose all the way, Roach.
Hey, Pamela.
How's it
My
going,
goodness. Hello.
Welcome.
Oh my goodness. I feel like I was rotten back there in the back room. I'm
sorry.
much older now than when
Was
I
it humid?
went back there.
Was humid in there?
Always dusty, humid, total mess.
I can't just.
Did you
have
bump
big
into Epps
panels
on his
every
way out?
Show, then
Yes.
it takes away. It takes away from Wilding Out Wednesday. So
Right.
go ahead, Pamela. The floor is yours.
Okay. Well, right off the bat, it's Tua time for sure. If
I hope
y'all
so.
think he is injury prone, you need to look at the man now. He looks healthy. He looks beefy. This is the first time we have seen Tua look like this. If you watch him in practice, I mean, the way he moves, the way he steps into the throws, we have not seen this. However, Tua's QB1 no matter what. But I have to say that Skylar deserves to be QB2. And before you like shut me down, everybody just listen for a second.
Two of us believe you.
Well, I know you do, but I mean, I'm talking to the crowd in the comments. So I just want to say there's a couple of things. If you did not see the focus that Skylar Thompson had when that defensive line is coming for him, you need to go back and look at the game, because he's got a guy running straight up to him, fixing to get sacked, and his focus is downfield. He kept his focus downfield. That is not a rookie move. That is more of a veteran move.
Yeah, he didn't flinch.
No. And he didn't have happy feet. He didn't look frustrated. He looked strong and powerful. His arm, his mechanics, beautiful. And everybody wants to say, well, he was going against third and fourth string. There were second stringers in there in the beginning, definitely from Tampa Bay defense. Plus, he was playing with third and fourth string players. So like what Roach was saying before, you put him in there with first string players, you're going to get first string play.
Right.
The other thing is, we all have seen Tyler in practice and in the scrimmage game and how good he looked. So there was no need to put him out for the rest of the NFL to see and watch him ball out and then try and think we're going to put him on the practice squad. He'll be taken on waivers so fast. Look at the Jets. Look at the Patriots. They would absolutely take him in a red hot second. So is he, NFL ready right now? Don't know. Is he looking like he's going to be developed pretty quickly? I think so. He's got so much upside to him. And so, like I was saying, putting him out there for the NFL to see, if we were going to try and put him on practice squad, would be the dumbest thing the Dolphins could have done. So I'm saying QB2 is Skylar. We've seen Teddy. We know who he is. We've seen him on other teams. We don't have to wonder. He's got a better chance staying on the practice squad and not getting taken than Skylar does.
I agree with you. I actually, when Teddy first got signed, I thought he was going to push Tua. And now I see Skylar pushing Teddy. And I'm like, wow.
I never thought Teddy was going to push Tua. I've been on Tua, yes, he's been hurt. I don't think he was ever very healthy, like maybe even not much more than 65% at best. I think that injury, the original injury, made it easier for him to get injured again because, he wasn't able to move and do like he normally would. But I look at him now, he looks healed mentally and physically to me.
So let me ask you this then. Knowing that you're a big Tua supporter, right? And if for some whatever reason Tua does not work out, do you feel a little relief knowing that Tyler looks like he's got room to grow and he's developing? You could develop him. Does that give you that relief?
It does. And if it was Teddy, that was the QB2, I would be nervous. I feel more comfortable, and I think we got to take a chance. Yes. We need to Just ball out. Take a chance.
I like that.
Quit acting like we got something to protect. What do we got to protect? No trips to the playoffs? I don't want to protect that. So
yeah, I think it's time for Tua to step up and take the kid gloves off, and it's now or never.
And I will tell you, I'm not a Tuaneer. I am a Dolphinaire. If they got on aqua and orange, that's who I'm rooting for. But I believe that Tua hasn't had a great shot yet, and I believe that he has this opportunity, and I believe he's going to make the best of it.
I ain't mad at you, Pam. I'm not mad at you.
All
right. Anything else before I let you go, Pam, before I bring some of these other people in the back room?
Dolphinaire.
Dolphinaire. That's the word. But yeah, so just let me say thanks, Stephen, for letting me have this opportunity. Roach, love your takes. You're just such a calm guy. I like listening to you and your takes. And Nando, I love your energy. I've been on a few of your spaces or podcasts before listening, and I like what you did to the Jets fan. I like how you called him out and just fed those stats right back in his face. I love it. So thanks, guys. Hey, Solo D. Love you so much. It's Tua time, baby.
It's Tua time.
Ladies and gentlemen, Pamela. Give it up for Pamela.
Bye,
Give us a
y'all.
round of applause, Roach, for Pamela. It is a banging song, I will give you that.
We still got people in the back?
We do. We got 4 people in the back, and Bon Joe as well.
Ooh, there we go.
Gotta get Bon Joe on before the end of the day. Okay. All right, let me bring on my man. I think this is Crypto. Could be wrong. Winter QB. Who's Winter QB?
Steven, this is nonsense you talking here.
Nonsense.
Listen, Steven, I'm going to have to go with Nicky Smokes on this one because he's 100%
Don't take Nicky Smokes' side. Don't you do it.
And example that Epps gave, 1, 2, 3 Epps gave was dead on when he gave the employment example on the reason why you would go with the guy that's been balling out in that 30-day window. So, yeah.
For QB2, right?
That was a perfect example that Epps gave. That was a checkmate example on that one. He checkmated the conversation with that one. But listen.
Please.
Stephen D.
Don't give him that much credit.
Stephen D., I'm gonna ask you this question.
Okay.
Have you ever purchased an insurance policy before?
Yes.
And why did you purchase that insurance policy?
Just in case something ever happened to me or whatever it is that I'm buying something for.
Right. Insurance policy, by definition, is the purchase of something protection in case something happens. But listen this.
But you don't get double insurance.
I think this was the reason why Skylar got picked. He is simply an insurance policy because Mike McDaniels, this is his first year head coach. This is his first draft. He actually selected a quarterback in his first draft, and he only had 4 picks total
in the 7th round.
So that tells you what he think about Skylar Thompson. But he only had 4 picks at his disposal total in the whole draft. So he picked him within the confines of the draft, not an undrafted free agent, within his picks within the draft. So with that being said, he could have been picked in the 4th round if we'd have had a whole bunch of earlier picks that we didn't throw away to Kansas City for Tyreek Hill. We don't know if that was in his plans all along to get a quarterback in the mid rounds, pick Skylar up in the 3rd or 4th round, because in case his quarterback he didn't pick was Tua, he believes in Tua, but if Tua doesn't work out, Skylar was his insurance policy because he's not tied to Tua. What?
Why would he have drafted him in the 3rd, even if we had the picks? He fell to the 7th round.
No, I won't look at it as him falling to the 7th round. It's by circumstance because other teams didn't need a lot of quarterbacks. There's a lot of teams that didn't need quarterbacks at the time.
Teams took quarterbacks.
But we don't know that.
There wasn't a lot of quarterback needy teams that weren't a lot of skill positions that was loaded. This draft was loaded with wide receivers and other skill positions that didn't warrant teams gambling on quarterbacks because they were set at the quarterback position.
I think he's saying we got lucky getting him in the 7th.
No, yeah, I know. I'm saying the fact that we got him in the
Exactly.
7th. I just don't think there's any reason to project that we would get him in the 3rd or anything. Like, it's not to say that Skylar Thompson's the 3rd round. He's a 7th round QB. It was oh, look, there's a QB here. We got lucky. There's a QB here. We might as well take him. It's
No,
this is
they
a
did. No,
grandmaster
they did their
plan
homework
that we wanted.
because
Yeah,
if we'd had a
they did
lot
their
of picks at
homework.
our disposal, we could have easily picked them in the 3rd round. It would have been the
Why?
same gamble.
Why would we have picked him in the 3rd round over Channing Tindall?
It would. There's no guarantee we would have picked Channing Tindall.
We were going to take a linebacker over.
He could have been a 2nd round pick. We could have picked him in the 2nd.
What do you mean
He could have been
a
moved
2nd
up.
round? Like, what do you mean? You're saying that Skylar Thompson, you're just randomly elevating up rounds. He would have been a 7th round pick because he was a 7th round pick.
No, that's not always
What do
the
you mean,
case.
no, like,
Because
you think because if we had a 2nd round pick, we would have taken him in the 2nd round?
No, I'm saying he's a 2nd round. He's a 2nd and 3rd round talent easily.
Then why didn't he go in the 2nd and 3rd round?
Because
anyone.
a lot of because he wasn't that high
There
on
were
the
other
board. He was
quarterbacks
our 4th
taken
pick.
higher above him. Why did he not go in the 2nd,
It's
3rd
about
round?
the
then?
draft board, Nando. It's where we selected on the draft board.
Where we
it just
selected
so happened to be the
he fell
7th
to the
round.
7th round. But we could have got him on the 6th round. Then we had 6th round picks. We had
But
4th
the
round
point
picks.
is, he was the 4th selection of our people on our board.
And he was like the 12th quarterback, 10th quarterback taken in the draft. He's not randomly.
We
a
don't
2nd
care
round
about
pick.
the other teams' needs.
Of course, you
It's
take
about
round.
Dolphins' needs. I'm
So
not
you're,
talking about
so you're
the
saying
other
that
teams'
you're
needs.
saying that the Dolphins' need is so drastic that we would have used a 2nd round pick on a quarterback instead of a linebacker or a running back or
I'm
an
saying he
offensive
got
lineman.
2nd round talent.
No way, he doesn't have 2nd round talent, or he would have gone
Yes,
in the
he
2nd round.
does. He's got 2nd round talent. Yes, he does.
No, he
A
does
lot
not.
of people argued that Russell Wilson was picked in the 3rd
it's
round.
yet to be
He had
determined.
1st round talent.
It's better to say, Stephen. Yet to be determined.
Like Russell
Okay.
Wilson was 3rd rounder for a reason,
If he
at
was
least.
2nd round
though.
talent, he
But-
would have went 2nd round.
But he was
Like,
1st
he would've
round
went
talent.
3rd or 4th.
I'd argue more that a 3rd rounder.
Tim Tebow,
Yeah,
was he a 1st round talent?
It's who you pick. It's not where they get picked
It
at.
depends on who's picking, and their decision making determines where you get picked, right?
Right, you can have a bunch of buffoons in the office that cause them the slide.
So is Tom
too many
Brady? Is Tom
rounds.
Brady? Tom
Doesn't
Brady's
mean
not a
that's
1st
what
round
they are, just because
Tom
they got
Brady's an
picked there.
anomaly, though.
But is he
That's
not a
nonsense.
first? So he's a 7th round
I'm not
talent,
leaving
right?
Tom
The last
Brady out.
25
You're
years.
losing sight of
I
the
know.
conversation
What if we got the
because
next
your,
one?
your insecurities about the QB1 is starting to rear its ugly head. That's number one. So
It's
so
not
so
that.
don't
You're
let
just
your
projecting.
insecurities
I
about
just think
number
you're
one rear its
projecting. You're just projecting randomly, saying that we would have gotten a 7th rounder. I think what you can say
Just because he was picked
we
in the
got
7th round
lucky
doesn't
and we
mean
got
he's
a
going
gem.
to be a 7th round
You can
pick.
say we got a gem.
Says
You can
ignore
say
what
we.
happened in real life. Skylar's a 1st rounder. Just
Yeah,
ignore
no,
what happened in real life.
we could have. You can say he's a gem. You can say he's talented. You can't just say you randomly think that he should have gotten drafted in the 2nd round. I
say
those
he
are
could
very
have been.
different.
Okay, what
Why?
happens if he would have been drafted?
I'm
Just
just going to
because
look
he
at the.
wasn't doesn't mean he ain't.
What is that?
That's the only problem with college football. I think is like
Exactly. It's
if you
all a
get stu-
crapshoot
if you-
anyway. 1
if
through
you get stuck
200.
on, if you like get a bad evaluation from high school, say
Sorry
you're in a
for being
state,
skeptical, but I'm younger
And-
than Skylar Thompson. You know, like
Right.
that's my big thing. Like I'm literally younger than this kid that you're saying should have randomly been a 2nd rounder. Like,
Okay, what that's got to do with the price of being Germany? But my point is, it's not where you get picked at, it's who you pick. It's the talent. If a lot of dumb GMs passed up on him, it's not the Dolphins' fault.
he's the 5th. He's the 4th quarterback taken in this draft. This is a terrible quarterback draft. Wow, but still,
Okay,
man.
a terrible quarterback draft, that's also a fallacy. Once again, the freaking quarter, you don't know what this quarterback draft is going to be until they get time on the field after 3 years.
I'm sorry,
You can't
he's
just
the
say the
6th
quarterback draft
taken
is
in
a
the draft.
bust if
You
they
can't
all
just
ain't
say that a
played yet.
quarterback should be taken in the 2nd round when you've seen a couple of one preseason game and him in a couple of random training camp snaps.
That's crap to say that this is a bad quarterback draft when they ain't all played yet.
Well, I'm saying this is
Kenny Pickett, Desmond Ritter, Malik Willis,
And have
Matt
they played
Corral,
an NFL game yet?
Bailey Zapp,
And then
Sam
they all
Howell,
become Hall of Fame quarterbacks. Are you going to say
Chris
it's a bad
Olavaku,
draft?
and then we get Skylar Thompson. I'm saying there are 7 QBs taken.
But you
You're
can't
saying that
say
he
it's
should have
a
randomly
bad
been a
draft yet
2nd
until
round
they
pick.
played,
You're
until
saying
they
that
put enough
Skylar Thompson
data on
should have
the
been.
field.
You think Skylar Thompson should have been the 3rd QB taken in this draft class? 2nd QB taken in this draft class.
so
Easily, he could have been a
so
first
Nando,
QB taken in this
Nando, let
draft
me ask you
class.
this:
Yes.
if Skylar did what he did in
Absolutely.
college, but did it on, say, Florida or Georgia,
There's a
If he
reason he
was
did it
playing in
at Kansas State,
Alabama,
and it took him
if Skylar
6-7
Thompson
years.
was
Maybe
playing
they
in
just- but
Alabama
maybe they just
with
missed
those
him,
weapons
is my
in
point.
Alabama, he
Why
would have
didn't
been
he
the first
transfer?
overall pick.
Why Why didn't he transfer? Why did he stay at Kansas State? Why did he stay for 6 years? Why did he stay till he's 25?
I never talked to Guy. I don't know. I don't
Well,
know.
we know if he would have been in that situation with 5-star recruits surrounded with him, it would have.
If is all I'm hearing, bro. The fact of the matter is, it took him so long to get to the NFL because he didn't make it to the NFL because he didn't have the talent level to get there. He's older than I am. He's 25 years old.
Who he's surrounded by bad offensive line, bad coaching, bad wide receivers, just like the excuse y'all give to her. He had the same situation.
He had a great
surrounding him in
situation for Kansas State for his talent level.
The
He was in a
same,
great
the same
situation and a great
situation
situation for
Skylar
his
had in
talent
Kansas
level.
State, Tua had here.
No way. He
That's
had a great
the
situation
thing.
in Kansas State for his talent level, for his
That's the
situation
thing,
of play.
Dando. Your insecurity about Tua. No one's talking about Tua to
I'm
begin
not
with.
even
Your
talking about
insecurity
Tua.
is
I
coming
did
out
not mention Tua one time. I'm talking about the
just like a
simple fact
pregnant
that you're
woman who's having
projecting.
hot flashes. You have your insecure.
The only person who's
No one's
mentioned Tua
talking
is you.
about Tua.
Exactly. No one's talking about. I'm talking about the fact that you're saying Skylar Thompson should be the third QB.
I just
great.
Absolutely,
It's just
he could
annoying,
have been
bro.
a third-round pick.
Yeah, you said a
You don't
second
know what
round,
the GMs
first
could have
round
did.
pick. I know exactly what a bunch of GMs said that they that Desmond Ridder, Matt Corral, that Kenny Pickett were all better than Skylar Thompson for a reason. That there's a bunch of teams that didn't let him come up.
They were surrounded by better talent than Skylar Thompson was. They had better situations.
Because they
were in
earned
a better situation
situations.
is the reason why he got drafted in the seventh round.
Quarterbacks.
They're better quarterbacks. They earned to be there. That's how recruiting works. That's how quarterbacks end up.
Okay, you can say that now. What are those quarterbacks doing right now at the NFL level?
Crypto, you are hereby dubbed president of the Skylar Thompson fan club. That's what we're going to call you from here on out.
I'm just saying, don't crap on Tua don't crap on Skylar because your insecurities about Tua.
I'm just saying he's not a second round pick.
You're crapping on.
No.
That's a backdoor way to crap on Skylar.
To say that he's a seventh rounder, that's what he is.
Because
He was
your insecurity
drafted as a
about
seventh
Tua.
rounder. Was he not drafted as a seventh rounder?
Insecure for talking about Tua after he
in his whole notion, Stephen D. Where in the NFL has a team has not won a Super Bowl because they kept three quarterbacks on the roster? I'll wait.
I'll keep him. I want to keep him.
So out of 32 NFL teams, there will be a total of maybe 4.
I don't give a shit about other teams in the NFL.
I swear, John.
It's the Dolphins organization.
You just brought up. You said how many teams have not won a QB because there's 3 Super. You just said I can't, bro. Like you just brought up all the other 32 teams in the NFL, and then you said I don't care about the 32 teams in the NFL.
I'm talking about the 32 teams, what they do.
But then you said I don't care about them when we brought them up. I don't
care about what they do as far as how they manage their roster.
So then why did you bring them up? Why did you bring them up?
Stephen D brought them up. He's talking about 32 teams do that. I don't give a shit. I don't care what they do.
You had just said in the breath before it, hey man, how many teams had what should we call it? 1 Super Bowls with 3 quarterbacks or something like that?
I'm talking about what team has been prevented from winning a Super Bowl because they had 3 quarterbacks.
Okay, so that's your question, and then we respond, and you go, I don't care about what the other 32 teams do. So,
that's the point. Question? That's the point. Is this because the other 32 teams are exercising a 2 quarterback system doesn't mean we have to. That's the point.
Bro, listen to me. You have 53 spots. 48 of them dress. So that means 49, 50, 51, 52, 53. 5 people are going to be on your roster every week that will not get a chance to dress for one reason or another. Okay.
Okay. And Skylar should be one of them.
Let me pause. Wait a second. Let me tell you why I think it's a waste of that. Because
it's not preventing you from not winning a Super Bowl.
I snuck off the train.
Are you gonna let me finish?
Because if it doesn't prevent you from winning the Super Bowl or hosting the Barney Trophy, it's a moot point.
Nando, you're gone for 10 minutes, bro.
It was a pleasure, gentlemen.
Don't go away because I need you to come back.
Oh, I was muted.
Why did Nando get 10 minutes for?
Because Flipside Fishing is on my side. That's why. Listen. The point is, Stephen D, this whole notion that you have to protect these last 4 spots on the 53 just because some unknown of another player, when Skylar Thompson has proven himself to be a part of that 53, he's already kicking people off the train, Stephen D, based on his performance. That's all I'm saying. There's no sense of saying that, if we keep 2 quarterbacks or 3 quarterbacks, that's blocking a player from being on a roster that's going to help us win the Super Bowl. That's not the way it works.
And what I'm telling you, okay, before I let you go, because I have other people in the back room that want to get on, okay, who are shaking their head, okay, is that you can have that opinion. That doesn't mean that you're right. That doesn't mean that that's the end all be all. In my opinion, 5 extra players at other positions give you the opportunity to be able to do what you need to do as a team to make sure you have depth at
Skylar's
those
not
positions.
holding up 5 positions,
Okay,
Steven.
But at the end
he's
of the
only
day,
taking one spot.
There are plenty of third string quarterbacks available in the NFL. Plenty of third string quarterbacks. If he's that good, make him your number 2 and get rid of Teddy. If he's that good.
I'm just saying,
if you feel that strongly about him, make him your number 2.
That's fine. He's already number 2 in my mind, but I'm just saying.
So then
I'm just saying,
no need for Teddy.
To keep Teddy as number 3 is not a problem. That's what I'm saying.
I think if Skylar's number 2 for $10 million, you got to get rid of Teddy. You ain't paying.
You can get rid of him. Yeah, that's true too, Roach. But I'm just saying, if the organization keep all 3, it's not like we automatically are not going to got a chance of the Super Bowl because we kept 3 quarterbacks. That's the point.
No, I agree with that last part.
And you got to remember, if you got 2 quarterbacks has historically been made of glass, by definition, you need the insurance policy to have a 3rd quarterback.
Triple S said, "This is my last $7 to kick crypto by." I can't, man. It's got to be 10, bro. My bad. I'd love to. I can't do it because then I got to give everybody that opportunity. I'm sorry.
And it becomes $1 a minute.
Yeah.
He needs a new $10. He's got to do 10 in one thing.
It was a rip. It was a rip.
It was Canadian dollars anyway. Hey, look.
But what I'm saying, Stephen D, if you got the whole point of the insurance,
$3 more.
The
I'll
whole
let somebody
point.
else donate that last $3. I don't know what the Canadian to American currency.
The whole point
is.
You guys have got to stop being insecure about. No one's saying he's coming after Tua's job. You guys are acting like a pregnant woman with hot flashes. You guys got to stop this.
Whoa!
He's right, Stephen. That's how you do sound.
So you might get kicked off for that one there, winner QB. I'm just saying, crypto, that might get you.
Well, no, I'm just saying. No one's saying he's coming for number 1. He's number 2, bona fide number 2.
All right,
and
you know what?
besides,
I'm gonna let this one person come on because I'm sure they want to talk to you. I'm gonna let Ali come on because he
thanks, man.
Hey, Ali, how are you?
Hold on. So I'm kind of on crypto's side here, but I'm going to explain something.
Crypto's got to go then. He's got to go.
Hold on. I'm going to explain something that he's not explaining that I think would even have answered Nando's question on why he was a 7th rounder. That's really the argument I'm bringing. So if you go back and look at it, remember, this is the draft that has a lot of players that were affected by the COVID year. So there's a lot of missing data. In 2020, the Big 12 only played 9 games. They canceled all Power 5 teams during their schedule for the entire year. So they didn't play anybody outside of their conference, right? In addition to that, Skylar was actually injured that year. After the 3rd game, he had a upper body injury, so he missed the rest of that season and couldn't play. Now, I will tell you some things I didn't know. He actually, in that same season...
Triple S podcast, by the way, donated $2.79 in Canadian. So he says that it's 14 total. So I'm gonna allow that. So I'm gonna allow those 2. You gotta go, crypto. I'm gonna let him have that in the Canadian currency. You're gonna be gone for 10 minutes, bro.
So no problem. So in the first 3 games of that season, because that's what he played, he threw for 626 yards and 4 touchdowns, rushed 38 yards and 3 touchdowns over the first 2+ games of the season. He was also instrumental in the big win against Oklahoma. Yes, Oklahoma is pretty much the Big 12's biggest team. He actually beat them in the 38-35 win that same season, where he threw 334 yards and a touchdown. Right? So my opinion is I feel that if this kid didn't get injured and they played a full season, including against all the teams outside of the conference, I feel like he would have been a lot higher draft pick than a 7th round. In fact, I'm willing to bet that a lot of the draft picks that happened this last draft may have been different had the COVID year never happened, especially with the Pac-12 teams. You know what I mean? Those players as well, because they didn't get a season at all. So that's my opinion on why he dropped. Go ahead.
I understand, but at the end of the day, he was 7th round. There were 32 teams, that, including us, that had a chance to pick him 6 times before we did, each, for the most part, with teams that, 4 to 6 times each. So if people really wanted him, they would have had an opportunity to go get him early.
And their track records aren't that good, though.
But in this sense, you also have to look at the fact that they didn't play in any out-of-conference teams at all.
But I also think that he's wrong from the standpoint of we're not crapping on him either. We are just merely stating the fact that he is a 7th round pick. And y'all are acting like he's the next coming of Jesus in cleats. And we're not. Like, he's good. I like what he's shown. If he's clearly that much better than Teddy, by all means, have him as your QB2.
Who's
and that's
like
my
he's
argument
like,
right there. I think he could be QB2.
And I think there's
but Steven, who's acting like he's that great?
I think there's a lot of people in the chat that are definitely
in the chat. Okay.
I think there are a lot of people in the chat that are definitely like, yeah, let's get him. Let's and so there's 2 different arguments. So there's 2 different discussions. Argument or discussion 1 is, do you keep 3 quarterbacks over 2? My argument will always be 2. Okay, just point blank. I think it's a waste of a roster spot. Okay, because there are clearly, it's not like you're keeping 3 quarterbacks that are clear above, head, heels, and beyond better than anything else that you can get, barring an injury. I don't think that's the case at all. Okay, 2 is way above these other 2 guys, and then Teddy and Skylar, depending on where you have them. You know what I'm saying? Like, if it comes down that we need to go out and get a 3rd string to start games, we're in trouble anyway.
So, if we keep Teddy as number 2, I'm cool with taking 3. But if Skylar becomes number 2, you got to get rid of Teddy.
So you're gonna sit here. So you think
does that make sense?
No, you're gonna say that that our season is gonna be rested on if we keep Teddy as number 2. God forbid we don't keep Skylar as number 3. It's horrible. We just let Tom Brady walk away from our franchise, because that's what I feel like the fan base is going to feel like. We let him go through waivers, another team sign him. How could we do this? The audacity of the Miami Dolphins for them to do that.
I mean, right now he seems like he's going to be I'm not crowning the guy as the next Tom Brady, but he seems
there's plenty of them that are
like he's pretty decent. You know what I mean?
Okay,
and given where he's drafted and what he was playing with, and in practice playing with the ones, and I'm like, why would you not want to develop that guy? Why would you settle paying $10 million for a guy who we already know what he is? He's injury prone. We already know where his ceiling is. And if he's at that same level, why would you pay an extra $10 million for the same level of play?
Yeah, I have to agree. I think the biggest thing is, to make this fair, we need to see a game where it's Teddy playing. In fact, I'm really surprised they went Skylar the whole game. That really surprised me. So I need to see what Teddy is lacking or has better, and I need to see that in the whole game. And then we can make the decipher on what we should do with Teddy.
Because he had a twitch in his back.
I do understand your point of view that we shouldn't keep 3 quarterbacks. I definitely understand that. But the fact is if this kid is really beating out Teddy, what's the point of having Teddy on the team? We have to look at trading him.
I would personally rather have, and I'm just throwing a name out there, and I know by throwing out a name, I'll get accused of. Steven would rather do this. Let me just give you a scenario. I would rather have a Braylon Sanders as part of my 53, right? That if we have an injured wide receiver go down, we already have a quality wide receiver already that can come in and dress on Sundays and play special teams, right? That knows the offense, understands the timing, whatever. I would rather have a quality linebacker, Sammy Guavon, not dress. Like, I personally think he should dress. I think he's really good. I think the Dolphins should play him more. But let's say they didn't. Let's say they said, okay, I'd rather him not dress, be part of the 53 man, and that God forbid a linebacker goes down. We already have Sammy Guevon, who's a stud anyway. In my opinion, you get what I'm saying? Like, I would rather have those specialty positions filling up those last 53 slots, because if we go down, we're already set for it. And that's how I look at it, because I feel like a quarterback, if we're going to a third string for the to play regular season games, we're already in trouble, number one. And number two, there are plenty of quality third string quarterbacks that would be available for us to go after and get. So I think it's a waste of a roster spot.
But are there quality enough third string quarterbacks that have the upside of this person?
Wait, wasn't it?
I mean, this guy
wasn't Teddy
does
on
very
the
well.
team? Wasn't
Granted,
Teddy?
he didn't play with most of the stars.
So that goes, Ali. That goes to my point. If you think he's that good, make him your number 2.
And I agree. That's what I think he should be.
Hold on.
That's what I definitely think he should
Ali,
be.
wasn't Teddy
Good.
on the team that like went through 3 or 4 quarterbacks in one season and had to? Wasn't that the Broncos that did that?
I know it was
Like
very
a year or
similar to
two?
what happened in Carolina. I think that happened to him in Carolina.
Yeah, it was like her.
All right, Nando's back. Welcome back, Nando.
Nando, what I was trying to argue, just so you know, is the fact that I don't think he should have been a 7th round. I think the COVID year messed with a lot of, where people were picked. That's all I was trying to say.
I agree with your point, Ali. Cryptos is just slightly different. Yours makes sense. Like that.
Yeah.
That's a good projection. That's the thing. But it's still a projection.
I think there's a lot of players that are going to come out, and not just with the Dolphins, but other teams that they picked these low, like 7th round, maybe 5th round people that are going to surprise a lot of people.
Yeah.
That's what I'm trying to say.
But also, the benefit of being drafted in the 7th,
I agree with that.
You got more leeway. in
Less
what you
pressure.
do,
Less pressure. That's what.
right?
That's what I think he can
Being
develop.
the 5th overall, you don't get the same amount of freedom to mess up as often and as big.
Phins says the Jets last year went through 4 quarterbacks. They went through 4 quarterbacks because of injuries, right? And again,
And we got
look
2
where they
quarterbacks
ended up.
who
They
are always
suck.
injured. We got 2 quarterbacks who are always injured, 1 and 2.
Okay, but if it's coming down to that, we're in trouble.
It's a great point, though. That's why he can develop. Man.
Not a great point.
He can. No, what I'm saying, like, he's a 7th rounder, less pressure, more leeway. Like he can. If he's QB2, he can.
And honestly,
take
here's
the reps.
a reality.
Yeah.
Here's a
to
reality.
develop.
Reed Sinnett had a better preseason so far than what this guy's had last
Right.
year.
Different coaching staff, though.
I get you. I understand. Okay. I'm merely stating the fact that Reed Sinnett was able to clear waivers and be on our practice squad for the first couple of weeks of the year. This guy will be too. If he even like we saw what Reed Sinnett did in the 3rd preseason game last year. 300 plus yards, 3 or 4 touchdowns. He looked amazing in that 3rd preseason game.
I don't think he makes passes waivers, bro. There's too many teams that I think that need a quarterback very badly.
He has not done anything that stands out that greatly where teams are like, oh my God, I got to have Skylar Thompson.
There's not a lot of good backups out there either, though.
That is a fair statement, maybe.
Especially
But
like those better
if
teams that
but
might
I
need a
go
young
back
guy.
to my original point, Ali, if he's that good, put him at number 2, let Teddy walk or trade him.
I would trade
Whatever.
Teddy.
Trade him.
That's what I would
Some
do
of
in
that-
that sense.
All
Get
right,
some of that
Ali, I
guarantee
appreciate you
back.
coming out. Let me get these last couple of people in,
Hi,
man.
Ali,
I
bye.
appreciate
Yeah, I
it.
gotta go anyway. Have a good night or good
Love you,
day.
brother.
and
Be
Thank
good,
you.
man.
Easy, boss.
All right, man. I was waiting for Von Joe to come up, but because he didn't, I got to bring on Mark from Bill's Mafia. Just so everybody knows, I was biased against Mark. There was nobody left in the panel, although Snapper Dundee just came in, and I'll bring you on, okay? But there was nobody left in the chat. I waited for the Bills fan to go last, so I don't want anybody to be like, Steven, let a Bills fan
Oh,
go."
so the
No.
Bills fan gets the honor of going last?
Well, no, I waited for all the
That's
Dolphin
what I'm
fans. See, it's a lose-lose situation no matter what I do.
Steven, if you want to go ahead and put me backstage and let the Dolphin fan come on.
No, Nando, because I'm sick of it. I'm doing what I want to
It's
do.
Mark. It's Mark.
I mean, Mark, I'm doing what I want to do.
Okay, great. So my question here is, maybe I don't understand, but you would keep Noah and drop Skylar?
Would I keep Noah and drop Skylar?
No way.
No way.
Not in a
Not
heartbeat.
a million years.
Okay, so based on that and the fact that he does show potential, and by the way, I agree completely with Ali. He would have been drafted higher had he minus the COVID season. The COVID season is going to allow a lot of these lower draft choices to play because they're a year older, a little bit more developed, and they're going to make. You're going to see some 6th or 7th round picks make the roster. For example, I think Cameron Good's going to make the Dolphin 53.
Great player.
He looks really, really good from what I've seen, and he should have maybe been drafted way before the 7th round. Anyway, my point is that would you keep Coleman at offensive tackle versus Skylar?
Well, Coleman looked like straight garbage the other night. But with that being said,
Who gave up the big sack that got blown up? Was that Coleman?
I think it was. I could be wrong, but I'd have to go back and look. Here's what I'll say. If a team deems it necessary to keep an offensive lineman, especially the way our O-line is, I'm not going to second guess it in any way, shape, or form. How about that? I'm not going to second guess that. Even we need offensive line depth bad.
Right.
Maybe I'm missing something, but wasn't the fact that the Dolphins brought in Applebaum and other coaches on the offensive side to develop players, and maybe we're seeing a little bit of development with Liam, maybe you're seeing a little bit of development with Austin Jackson, but where is the development on the second team offensive line? Where is that development?
We got to worry about our first team first, man.
Well, I think we all have to worry about everything because I'm going to make a quick Buffalo reference, and I apologize. But Buffalo's second string offensive line plays Saturday against Indianapolis, and they look like hot garbage.
I think what we have to realize, that's why there's two reasons why I would never be a fan of expansion in the NFL. Two big reasons. Number one, there's not quality offensive linemen anyway in the NFL. There are people that start in the NFL that are there because there are not enough quality and good offensive linemen out there. And the second reason, there's not a lot of quality and good quarterbacks for there to be a 33rd or a 34th NFL team. That JD, I did skip over it, man. My bad. You just skipped over my super chat earlier, Steven. What's up with that? TV don't skip super chats. I'm just saying. I'm sorry, I did. I'm sorry, JD. I will.
It was about Reuben Foster.
Yeah. About Reuben Foster. I'm gonna go back and find it so that we can talk about that. See, now I feel bad. I was trying to go with the flow of things.
And one last thing, Steven, I go back to maybe 20 years ago, and I go back to a draft that Washington had. They drafted Heath Schuler with, I believe it was the 5th pick in the draft, but who ended up playing quarterback for them and was being a relatively successful NFL quarterback in Gus Frerotte. It happens. Sometimes maybe a team overdrafts one player and underdrafts another. I think Tua was overdrafted, and I think Skylar was underdrafted. It's just my professional
JD asks, off subject, but I thought we were looking to sign Reuben Foster. He's nasty. Would love to have him at linebacker if healthy. I think Reuben Foster will play in the NFL this year the moment a significant linebacker injury goes down somewhere.
The second he does, he's snagged.
I think he's snatched. I think people are hesitant. I think people are hesitant to sign him because of his off the field issues. But he says, all love, bro. Love the show. I appreciate it, man.
I just got an idea.
Yes.
Green blast.
Yeah, this is a grass idea. So imagine we got our elevator with our image on it. That's what just popped across my screen as you were talking.
Yeah.
We need a down elevator. So when people suck, they get put on the going down elevator. That's what we need.
Do better. Improve.
Yep.
All right, Mark. Anything else before I let you go?
Yeah, I just want to if the gentleman from the Bahamas is still listening, just a couple of points. You can't cut Trill Williams because he's injured. He'll go on injured reserve. The player list goes from 85 to 80 on Tuesday, and then 80 to 75 next week. So, Sharif, if you're still listening, those are some things that will help you a little bit.
You see, this is why Mark's cool, guys. He pays attention.
Yeah.
Jots it down.
Look, hey, Mark, I love you, brother. Look, I think it didn't matter what I did. I waited till Mark to be the end of the day before all other Dolphin fans.
I'm totally cool
still
with
got
that.
crap for it. Still got crap. So if Mark comes on, y'all have the opportunity to do two things. If you're on the panel, you can ask for a vote, and a majority of the vote rules, and you have to be on the panel to ask for a vote, by the way. I've been even allowing people in the chat. Or you could just pay to kick them off.
I think
you
you
have
have
that
to pay to kick me
opportunity
off.
to control the narrative of the channel. This is a channel made by the fan for the fans. God. Okay.
And last thing before we bring somebody else on, blessings to TD and his family. Hope everything's okay.
Yeah. Shout out to TD, man. TD's going through some personal stuff, so shout out to him, man. Definitely. All right.
Sorry,
man.
Wayne.
I love you, brother. Be good, man.
Okay,
Just a polite guy, man.
Haters are gonna hate, Nando. That's just what happens.
Oh, that's okay. That's why I wear the hoodie, man. Because
by the way, is Stephen D a 2 and ER? 61% said yes, 38% no.
Roach knew, bro. You were gonna lose the poll. He told you didn't want to see the results.
I told you Sharif wanted to come up here and talk baseball. I told you what the fans think in the chat. I know your people.
The producer knows, man. He's the eye in the sky.
He does. All right, Snapper Dundee. Irving, what's up, Irving?
Could have ended on a Billy boy.
Nah, I wouldn't do that.
My bad, I was muted.
The end of it.
What's up, Stephen D? What's good, Roach? What's good, Nando?
What's going, Irv?
What's going on? So what's the question?
Madden,
The floor is yours. The floor is yours, man. What do you want to talk about, real quick? This is
real
much
quick.
wrapping up the end of the show.
I'm not gonna get into the quarterback debate. I think that's been pretty much the whole show. I'm worried about the cornerback depth behind.
Nando loves him Texada. Nando loves him some Texada.
Raleigh, Texada. I've been buying myself into this Baylor, man.
He just loves the name, but yes, that's fine. We can do that.
The jersey would look cool.
That
depth, maybe not so much.
Well, that's true. Irving, you there, Irving? Did you leave us already?
No,
Irving
I'm here.
left us.
I'm here.
Okay.
I'm here. Yeah, man. I'm like I said. After Trill Williams went down, I think he was our best. I think he was the best. I think he was leading. He was the leading candidate for the fourth cornerback spot behind Nick Needham. After his injury, I'm really worried about the cornerback depth, especially considering that Byron Jones is not currently playing right now. He's missing all of camp and preseason. That's something that we definitely need, because look what happened last year. Look what happened when Xavier Howard and Byron Jones, went down with the injury. It cost us the playoffs. Basically, Trevor Lawrence picked on Noah Benogany all game. He had a 138.9 passer rating, or 139.8. I'm not. Don't quote me on that, but still, it's kind of outrageous. We've seen Noah Benogany in camp getting burned left and right. He has zero awareness for the football. You've seen him that he doesn't turn around when the ball's being thrown. And it's a shame, because he is a first-round pick. Keon Crossing's had a good camp, but he's going to be mostly utilized for that special teams role. And I guess who else is the cornerback there? Am I missing one?
I think Campbell looked good, by the way.
Campbell?
Okay. Yeah, I'm excited to see what he can do. I really am.
Yeah.
He excites me. I'd like to see more playing time from him. I'm not going to be mad if he's playing with 2 minutes left in the fourth quarter. I think we need to see more of him.
Elijah Campbell. He's from last year, right? He's from. We signed him in 2021, right?
I think so. But the kid looks good. I'm excited about him. But I will still say, to the end of my day, I said it at the beginning of the fourth quarter. I said, you don't have to believe me. My wife was there. My wife don't lie. I'm telling you, I said, Trill does not need to be playing in the fourth quarter. And he was. And I just feel some type of way about it. But
and didn't he go down with an injury? Did he go down with an injury
out for the year?
No. But he got hurt on one play and then
he got hurt
up.
already in that game.
That's what I was gonna bring up.
They should have taken him out on that play.
He got hurt already earlier in the game.
He shouldn't have gone back in, man.
Never should have went back.
I agree. Yeah, man.
You don't know what he was telling the trainers or the coaches of how he was feeling.
100%, though.
Like you don't.
That's not an excuse.
People get hurt all the time playing football and go back out there.
It's on the team and the trainers to protect them from themselves.
But if he's not showing any signs and nothing is torn, and then he tells them, "Hey, I'm good,"
playing period.
My buddy went
and
back
he's on
in
the third
game.
team.
Yeah, but my buddy went back in the game, bro. Tore his ACL, PCL, MCL.
Team, bro. He was
high schools.
Was he forced to go back out?
No,
like, were people aware?
Yeah,
there you go. That's not
the
the player.
Knee feels fine, man. Yeah. I don't know if he lied, but he just said his knee felt fine.
I think, to me, I think Trill Williams has shown a lot in camp that you don't really need a preseason game. If he's playing well up to that point where he got injured and he's had pretty strong camps, you just take him out. You're already seeing enough from him.
Well, and he's going to be on injury reserve. He's going to make the team. Like, he's going to be here next year to try again. It's not like he's gone.
No, that's true, but he is an undrafted free agent.
This year, bro.
And would you rather, if he was going to get, who's to say he wouldn't get that injury week one? Maybe it was an issue that was coming no matter what.
Maybe.
He shouldn't have been playing, bro.
You don't know that. But I'm glad he played because guess what?
You can say that for any player on the roster. You can say that for any player on the roster.
But the fact that he got hurt,
Roach,
he got hurt now, so we can replace it.
In my opinion, it's a disgrace that Noah was on the bench in street clothes in the fourth quarter. He didn't even have pads on in the fourth quarter, bro.
Well, Noah played, 3 quarters? And then Noah went back out in the fourth quarter after Trill got hurt.
Let me tell you something. Trill Williams was by far and away having a better camp than Noah's been.
That's fine.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
But Noah went back in the game after Trill got hurt.
Noah, don't get me started.
I hope he gets inspired.
I think that game was made for them to really judge Noah. First off,
Noah.
And
I mean,
that's the
basically
thing.
everybody. That was an audition for the fourth cornerback spot.
Yes,
I felt like in that game,
and he failed.
Yeah, he did.
Judging.
I agree.
I'm judging.
F+.
Hey, I'll not judge. I'll judge.
F+.
Can we all applaud Channing Tindall? I think he had a strong outing for
Channing Tindall.
Yeah, man. I think. Yeah. I think he had a good one. I think he only allowed 5 yards on 2 passing attempts or something like that.
25 snaps, coverage. 2 stops, targeted twice in coverage, allowed just 5 yards, like you said, bro. 86.9 overall grade, second on the defense.
Yeah, man, he was impressive though.
I noticed him too on the field. Like you could see him, 51 out there,
and in camp, you saw him, going toe to toe, basically he was, he was basically stride for stride with other receivers, bro. It just shows you the athleticism and the elite pursuit speed that he showed back in Georgia. I remember, I know he pretty much played the as a backup behind Nakobe Dean, but the guy was basically, I think he was one of only 3 or 4 SEC players that on the defense that had an 80+ PFF grade in coverage and in pass rush. So it shows you that he's very versatile in multiple ways in terms of playing as a rover linebacker who's providing dropping back in coverage where he flashed in that game and in camp his ability to read and react to the running plays and he showed you the pursuit speed, So I think that he could be a good candidate for Miami's, he could eventually be the future Mike of Miami's defense. So, we'll see. I mean, he still has to play Landon Roberts still the, leading man, but I like Tindall, bro. This was a very impressive outing, especially in a live game. So, that's promising to see, especially that we're very weak in that, we're not great in that position, but Tindall's, emergence in that first game is really, really refreshing, bro.
Hey, man, look, I love having you on. I appreciate it. Or be good, man.
Yeah, man. Thank you for having me on the show, brother.
No problem.
Yep.
You guys have a good
Joe,
day.
if you want to get on real quick, you better hurry up because we're going to do final thoughts here.
Von Joe to the panel. Von Joe to the panel.
I will give Von Joe the final thought. All right, so I have decided to redo how I'm going to give away these tickets. Chatting with some people in the back room, Cameron and some other people. This is what we're going to do. Okay, all this week, increments of $20 only. Okay. Every $20 donation, you will get entered to win. So that way it'll give everybody an opportunity. It won't be going to the highest donation. Okay. So
like an
if
auction.
you do 20, 40, 60, 80, $20 increments. Okay. Every $20, you will get entered to win the ticket giveaway. The first place will win Club Live, 2 tickets to Club Live. Two tickets to Club Live. Okay. Those are like really awesome tickets, by the way. They're it's awesome. Watching the game at Club Live, section 205, awesome tickets. Okay. And then the runner-up will get corner end zone, corner, what is it? The University of Miami corner club level tickets, which have like all you can soda, not alcohol, but they have drinks and food, nachos, stuff like that, popcorn, but they come with drink and food, little snacks. So that we're going to give 2 sets of tickets on Friday. Anybody who donates in increments of 20 will be entered to win, and we'll do the drawing on Friday afternoon. So donate $20, you get entered into it. Okay? That's how we're going to do it. It gives everybody an opportunity to win. You think that's fair, Nando? That sounds like it's fair, right?
Pretty
Everybody
nice deal
has
right there,
chance.
too.
Huh?
There you go. Pretty nice deal, pretty fair
I
for
think so.
the people.
I think it's fair. Everybody will have an opportunity. It doesn't go to the highest bidder. It goes to everybody will have an opportunity to win these awesome tickets, because I think these tickets should have an opportunity for people to do it.
It's going to be nice, man, to be back in Hard Rock. It's a good deal.
Yeah.
Fun time for the people, man.
I think so, too. Okay.
To see Jedi Mike McDaniel in person, man.
Donate $20 to the channel. Get entered to win an opportunity. You'll get 2 chances to win, not even just one. You'll get 2 chances. And you can't win twice. There'll have to be 2 different winners, just so everybody knows.
I guess Fonjo ain't coming.
Yeah, I guess Fonjo's not coming. All right, Nando. I appreciate you hanging out with us today. This was fun.
Hey, man, I appreciate you for bearing with me, for the tinfoil hat shenanigans, for the slight tardiness, for everything, guys. It's always a fun time for playing along with you guys, for giving me the timeout, give me the boot. It's okay. We're here to play by the rules. It's always a fun time hanging out with you, man. Thanks for having me on the show, bro.
Go Qs.
Go Qs, Roach. Exactly, man.
Yeah, no, tell the people where they can
find on the mic. It's always a nice touch there.
Where can they find all your stuff, man?
Hey, you can find me at Nando Talk on YouTube or on Twitter. That's mainly where I'll be posting little videos for being analysis, edits, just fun, positive vibes, man. The season started, and I'm freaking pumped. Steven Roach, it's going to be a blast. So just at Nando Talk, like it is right there. And yeah, at Nando Talk _ for Twitter, and then Nando space Talk for YouTube. Should be a blast, guys. See you there.
Don't leave just yet. Stay up.
I'm staying right here. We're going to be a fun time.
Von Joe.
The great Von Joe.
Oh, Von Joe.
Where have you been?
He left.
I think we scared him away, man.
Where'd he go?
You better get back here. I'm going to get you. Yeah.
Hope you all enjoyed the show today. Hit the like button. Daniel Oyefusi just texted me. He said Mike McDaniel is having a press conference tomorrow morning. So he'll be on Thursday. He won't be on tomorrow. All right. That's fine. Here comes Von Joe. Yo. Von Joe.
Oh my God. He sounds like a droid.
Von Joe.
He sounds like a droid.
You sound bad, Von Joe.
Definitely a droid.
Wow.
Roger, man.
Try it again. We'll give you a chance.
Roger.
Any better?
Yeah.
Yes. Better. No, you sound. Now you sound like a robot, bro. You sound bad.
That is so weird. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing
That
that.
is not our sound deck. That sounds just like the
This
sound
is a
deck.
sound deck. You don't sound like that.
You sound very close.
Okay, what about
Can't wait for you to go hear this.
It doesn't sound like he's saying day either.
It sounds so good. JP, come back, JP.
Oh my God.
Oh my goodness, we were jamming. JP, what's up, JP? What's up with everybody in their phones today?
We can't have a fourth right now.
Obviously. All right, I tried to bring y'all on. Miami Sports Music's #1 Miami fan morning show right here on the Miami Sports Music Podcast Network. I'm your host, Stephen D. I got Nando Talk as my co-host this morning, along with my producer, Roach. And we're just chilling in this amazing, beautiful, awesome studio here, a.k.a. my home, a.k.a. Nando Talk's home, a.k.a. Roach's home. Nando Talk, you didn't crush any beers today?
No, I'm keeping a little light, man. You know, it's
Monday. It's Monday. I got you.
We got to prepare for the season. You know, I'm in preseason also. You know, the Dolphins had an off day, so did Nando. So it's fine. The liver has to rest as well.
I had an off day today too. I ain't mad at you, bro.
It's 12:30. We'll figure it out.
Tomorrow's Tuesday. I don't even know what I'm going to do tomorrow night.
Well, you can watch the press conference.
You can watch press conference.
And people are going to ask him probably about Trill playing, right? What do you think? Actually, what do y'all think is the question they're going to ask?
I don't. Just make it about football. God, for the love of God, make it about football.
What would be your question?
How bad did you think Trill's knee was? Why did he go back out there? My poor Syracuse Warrior.
I would ask him how he feels about the current evaluation of the offensive line, and do you see, based on the answer, a follow-up would be, are you guys currently looking at free agents or the trade market to go out and get some valuable pieces on the O-line?
I'm asking him about Skylar. And what's the chances that he is our starter by the end of the season?
Damn.
Oh God, please! I'm so glad you don't ask questions, Roach. Thank God.
Can you imagine how bad that people would freak out if he was like 50%?
Hopefully, Daniel's
Flip
not
a coin.
Daniel's gonna be like, I'm gonna ask that.
I
just
told
to
you.
make Steven.
I don't know if I told you. Trill Williams actually signed my hat when I was at training camp, and I threw a little Syracuse dig at him. I was like, "Oh, go Orange Man!" He was like, "Oh yeah, look, there we go." And then it hurt so much when he went down. I was literally telling my dad that story. When I turned to the TV, he's like, "Isn't that guy on the?"
How come Syracuse don't get the love? People don't even realize we challenged Clemson during their highest years.
Mm-hmm.
We took it to them every time.
There we go. Go Orange, baby. Dino Babers right there.
Yep. I got a CD with his little motivational speeches.
Ooh.
He's a good speech guy, man.
No, he's a good.
JP, are you here? Man. Are you on, JP? Hello?
Almost.
I've tried.
I like the hat, though.
I tried 3 times, JP.
Oh, do y'all see that black hat with the brown circle in the middle they just released?
Yeah.
That thing's nice.
I tried, JP. I can bring you on.
You've technically had Dolphins fans on to end the show.
I did.
Yep.
I sure did. All right, guys. Tomorrow's Tuesday. Take Tuesday with Stephen D. CLOCKBLOCKERS, home of the Miami Sports Music Podcast Network. Donate to the channel, guys. Every $20 increment gets you a chance to win either club live tickets or corner club tickets to Saturday night's preseason game. Who wants to go to Saturday night's preseason game? Raise your hand if you want to go to Saturday night's preseason game.
I'm going.
So you could get a chance to see Nando.
Section 349, come through.
Hey guys, right now, Tua's at Aventura, a store called Aventura right now. It's on Twitter with Jake Paul.
Opening of Hill. Yeah, oh yeah, he's doing a pop-up shop. I did know that.
Yeah.
All right. Aventura is a mall in Miami. In
So check it out.
Oh, Aventura Mall, yeah.
Tua's there right now.
Aventura
Yeah,
Mall,
go.
fourth largest mall in America right there.
You need to go there and like go live, Nando.
Is that true?
Yeah, it's my old stomping grounds. I used to live in Aventura, man.
How far away is it from where you're at?
For like 20 minutes, 19 minutes probably.
What are you doing?
Go. What are you doing, dude?
You need to go live
You need to go to Tua
and
go
ask
see
him.
Tua and Jake Paul. They're both there right now. Jake Paul and Tua.
Ask him. Tell me if he has any bite marks on his ankle from Skylar.
Is it Tua? Is it Tua or Tyreek?
It's Tua and Tyreek.
Oh, even better. Let's go. Dang. Might have to go hop on the Tua jersey and get it over. Let you know.
Throw it at him, just like they do with Josh Allen. Just
Have him sign him off the ground.
but be careful, don't break him.
Tua time. I love this song. Solo D.
Really hope he the man. Hope we found
Aventura.
Aventura.
Y'all better learn how to pronounce stuff in Miami.
Yeah, so they don't know, man. Aventura Mall is the wave.
What I'm laughing at is you told Nando 30 minutes like an hour ago.
Sorry, Nando. Nando's having fun.
More awake.
All right, guys. I was seeing if somebody was going to donate, try to get these tickets because these tickets are fire. Club Live tickets and corner end zone or corner club tickets. Come on,
And they can
man.
donate after the show too, right?
They can. Matter of fact, I'll even throw up the Cash App and the PayPal. Let's go. $20 increments. Every $20 gets you an entry to win. Every $20. But it has to be, you can't donate 5 and then 10 and then another 5 and say, hey, here's my 20. No, they have to be increments of 20.
No
Okay?
split pay?
No split pay for these. So if you do 20 and the next one you do 60, that's 4. Next one you do 20, another one you do 20, that's 2. If you just do 20, that's 1.
I like doing
Increments
split
of
pay.
20. Okay?
That's how you
No
know if the
split
person.
pays.
That's how you know if the person at the cash register knows what they're doing. Ask if you can split pay. They
No,
can't
we're not
figure it
splitting-
out. You're
we're not
like,
splitting pay. We're not
Nope.
splitting pay. Got some good stuff here. Okay? All right. One last time. Nando, it's been fun.
It's been a pleasure. Thank you for having me on,
We'll
guys.
see you next week.
Next week it is.
see you,
I love you,
bro.
brother. Be good, man. Roach,
Yo,
it's been fun. I'm putting you in the background.
Later.
Okay?
Peace.
Love you. Miami Sports Music's #1 Miami fan morning show. Clock Blockers right here on the Miami Sports Music Podcast Network. It's gonna be good times. It's gonna be good times. All right, I will see you all tomorrow right here, 9 a.m. Maybe a little bit after 9. Okay, it's gonna be fun. I love you guys. We'll see you all tomorrow. Peace. Donate to the channel. Help the channel grow. Share. Hit the like button.
Time to see what that pick about. Bad vibes get sent out. Only fans up in this house. We've been waiting, yeah, we've been patient. Now it's time to cash out, no discount. Super Bowl, yeah, we in route. I don't know when, but it's close. I don't want to overhype, but I just know I like it. So excited, league gon' notice now. You should notarize it. They say Tua from that rock. Shout out to Samoa and now it's time to lay the smack down. You think he Dwayne Johnson? Time to be the people's champ. Hit him with the people's elbows, stick together like it's Velcro. You think you could stop us? Hell no, all day.